story achievement in New Vegas
New Vegas has been completed. We're
with
fucking late.
not quite.
You
Hey,
know,
Jamberman,
I still
get
need
into the cheese box. Put him back
for
in the
this.
cheese box.
I still need all 20 weapon mods, discover all snow globes, cause 10,000 damage with energy weapons with explosives, pick 50 pockets, cause 10,000 damage with unarmed weapons, win 30 games of Caravan, play the game from start to finish in hardcore mode, complete talent pool, complete return to sender, and then the fucking stupid Gunrunner Arsenal challenge ones.
those ones are fun though, for the most part. Some of them are really
I
annoying,
mean,
like the Cazador one,
those
but
are
hey.
well, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't really want to do all the challenges, but I'm gonna have to do like the Cazador one because most of the 3-star challenges are shit like kill 10 named Caesar's Legion NPCs with this weapon, or kill 10 named NCR NPCs with this weapon, which like
Technically speaking, that could have been done on your Yes Man playthrough because, well,
I mean,
at
I
that
guess
point it doesn't
technically.
really matter.
Well, the problem with it, well, I only could do the NCR one because on my Yes Man playthrough, the other 3 endings I did like basically all at around the same time, like level 48. This
Mm-hmm.
was the only one where I had to go significantly far back, and but I got by the time I got to that point in that playthrough, literally all of like the like named Legion people in the camp were dead.
Ah,
And as far as I know, there are only like a handful of other named Legion people out in the rest of the world.
that's the hard part about the GRA challenge is that they're like the ones where you have to kill specific enemies with specific weapons. Since like even some of the ones about like super mutants, there are only a certain number of super mutants in the game. And I don't remember what the respawn rate is. Some places might have a
I
respawn.
think
I don't remember.
I know Black Mountain has a respawn.
So at least that one's good. But like if it's what is the one? It's like the Sentry Bot one. I remember one of them means that you can't
Uh,
do it if you get through and kill them before you.
the
I
one
might
that's
be
like
wrong.
kill you have to kill 10 sentry bots or Mr. Gutsies with unarmed.
Or Pipes or Brass Knuckles.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, I mean, brass knuckles is technically. The other day
Man machine
I was
interface.
watching a video, and I think the guy didn't really understand what the perk was. Unless I don't understand what the perk was, because he was talking about bad perks in Fallout 4, and he brought up the one that increases your unarmed damage, and he was talking about like, oh, who the fuck would need this? Who the hell plays Fallout 4 with just their bare fists? Like, you do
People who
know
want to
that
do that.
well, you do know that unarmed damage doesn't just apply to your bare fists,
It's
right?
also Brass
Like
Knuckles
I
and
think I think it's kind of silly that it applies to this because if you're wearing any kind of weapon, you're not unarmed, but it's just how it's classified. Like
it,
power fists, gauntlets, like all that stuff is affected by unarmed damage.
some people are just really dumb about Fallout 4. Like you would be surprised at how many people don't know how Fallout 4 works.
Oh no!
Oh.
Having never received a replacement for his brain, Rex just shut down.
No.
After 2 centuries of life and decades of service to humanity, Rex dies.
Okay.
Poor Rex.
Sorry.
All right, so we need to kind of get it started here because we're already late. But hi,
Now,
we're
why don't we
back.
simply postpone to 9?
How about you simply postpone these nuts?
Physically impossible.
Okay.
Logistically improbable.
Logistically improbable, thank you. Anyway, it is currently, oh god, what time is it in game anyway? Right, it's 6:30 in the morning. That sounds dubious to me. Also, what the fuck? Why did that sound like the Roll20 chat sound coming from an actual Nintendo DS?
I don't know. What the fuck?
Because you needed it.
I suppose that's true.
That's so weird.
Hang on.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
right,
do
we're
it.
still here. I forgot.
I still have a sneaky guy to go and catch.
Damn it, it didn't show up. Okay. Yes. So at the very end of the last session, let me get my brain completely back in place here. At the end of the last session, you guys had successfully collected all of the skeletons that were infesting this grove, gathered them all up, and had basically turned them all into mincemeat. It was not without its problems. I believe Sebastian came very close to going down. Luckily, his boon from his Dragon Mark is pretty damn good. Lots of damage was thrown around, lots of skeletons were thrown to the ground, and at the end of the last session, as you guys were kind of checking around, just as a reminder, you were basically taking a look at these trees, these extra tall, super ancient looking trees. Essentially, they have large clay pots on the bottom with taps in the trees that must be used for collecting some kind of sap. Regardless, this is what the undead seem to have been there for. At the very least, some of these were on, and some of the undead were around them at the time, I believe. And as we were ending off the session last time, there was a presence that was detected down the trail the way that you had come, of basically a person who was just kind of off in the bushes.
Bush people.
And if I remember correctly, Sebastian wanna pursue the sneaky breaky boy in the jungly wungly.
I think it's purely because I want to make sure that this isn't a spy for the necromancers. This could be just one of the tribe members.
And I was
Or
gonna
it could be a spy.
and I was gonna give you my steed real quick to face after them.
My mighty steed.
And as I ride by, I'm gonna grab the living telescope and carry him.
Just fucking scoop him up.
Mind you, you're gonna have to actually hold on to him because they only that steed
I
only
will.
permits one.
How much do you weigh?
Passenger.
Ocularis, how much do you weigh?
How much do I weigh?
Yep.
Yeah, human telescope.
Oh, man.
Where do I have that marked?
Are you using one
Or
of
are you
Dominic,
like
would I be able to
beats,
pick
or-
Ocularis up and carry him?
Make me
while
an
we're
athletics
riding a
check.
horse? Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Sebastian, you begin, you mount the steed that was spectrally summoned. There is a massive hoof as the ghostly horse carries your weight. With a massive neigh, it makes its way down the path, and you reach your arm out to gently scoop Ocularis up off the ground. And Ocularis, this massive hulking blue arm, it hits you right in the solar plexus, knocking you to the floor and knocking the wind out of your lungs. And then he rides off into the bushes.
Sebastian just fucking clothesline.
I guess I'm looking out for him, sprinting right for him, Dominic.
I've got you, friend. Oh.
What it was is he was doing it very stoically. Mr. Sebastian was quite determined, and it was meant to be one fluid motion, but it was a bit of a misaligned hit. So, leaving your friend wheezing in the dirt, Sebastian, you speed off into the brush
Okay, I'm gonna go
after
as
your quarry.
fast as I can, and I guess I have to roll perception.
Yeah,
to
I
see
need
him,
you to
if
make
I can
me
find him.
I need you to make me either a perception or a survival check.
Oh, either one of those ain't gonna work for me, so I'm just gonna do general perception. Uh-oh!
Oh my god! Again!
Sebastian, you are making your way down the forest path with great vim and this incredible sense of, I need to find this person. You think you spot him down the road. Hark! There he is! You keep going down the trail the way that you were going, and as you're approaching, these tree branches just keep hitting you in the face because you're just a little bit too tall. And by the time you reach the spot where it was, you realize that what you were looking at is actually just another tree. So sadly, it seems like at the moment you aren't able to actually see where he was.
Well, he absolutely got away then.
Yep.
Yeah. So Sebastian will ride back.
Jeez.
He'll ride back and look at Ocularis, who's probably on the ground wheezing. From...
Could
Adam's,
give him
he's-
aid.
It's a
I'm
few
just gonna
minutes
look
later.
down. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look down at him and go, "I'm sorry, I lost him. That's why I tried to pick you up."
You just get a thumbs up, and I pull out the book and start writing. Don't even
No!
It's just the word
Well-
wheeze 13 times.
Sebastian just accepts slander that is to come in the book, and he'll just get off the horse and defeatedly walk over and sit down on the ground.
I am a naked boy.
Just so you know, you refer. Yeah, he's referring to his cat.
I've been saying that in front of Dominic and Cameron for like a week now. I kind of forgot that they're
Alex's
know what I'm
cat.
talking about.
He's been shaved almost entirely, and so he's quote
very
unquote naked boy.
He got him boots and he got him hat, but that's it.
I've never heard you say that. So boots and hat.
Anyway,
Okay.
all right.
So, Sebastian, you ride back into the camp, and as it was described, and you sit your butt down in the mud, creating this absolute groove just in the space. And the jungle, which originally had some sounds of birds flying away as your massive crusade into the forest had gone, it returns back to the natural sounds of the forest. Strangely, it's a bit louder here than it was when the skeletons were here. There's actually a bit of insect and bird noise that is properly returning to this area.
I guess it makes sense that the skeletons were like driving stuff away.
Defeated Sebastian will finally stand. Well, I guess we make our way back. Because from what I remember, Dom, we did see the, because it's been a minute. When did we notice any entrances or any places around here? Because I remember taking a look around, but I don't remember what I found.
So there is no entrance other than this small forest slash jungle path off to the southwest over here, which I'll move the turn order so that the stream can see. Over
like
in
any
this
secret
direction.
Stuff around the area that.
Also, get me off of
we
this
may need to
purple
know.
color. Can I change my fucking color?
Because alas, past me was too stupid to write anything down. So there we go.
Well, so as I described before, of course, this grove is clearly some kind of grove where they harvest sap. There is not an actual entrance, rather the forest around it is just kind of there. Besides the forest path, though, the jungle is very thick off in either direction, which would make approaching from that area probably easy on a stealth basis, but very difficult on a terrain basis. Mottled logs and marred wood and twisted trunks and just all kinds of vegetation would block your path coming in from either way.
Okay. So, I guess then the only thing left is to head back. Sebastian obviously feeling a bit defeated at the display he just put on. So,
okay. So,
yeah.
if everybody is cool with that plan, and let me know if anybody has any questions or something they want to know about this area before you head out.
What the fuck?
I think we got everything handled last time. I think. Because I remember we walked around, we saw that they were collecting some sort of sap from the trees. At least I'm pretty sure I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And that might be why they don't want us to hurt them or damage them, because it might be like a food source or something for them. But either way, I don't remember exact details because it's been a while. If there's anything I'm missing, please correct me.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm also realizing I'm on the... Whoops, hang on. I need to rejoin as player really quick. I realized I was on the GM version of that. So, whoopsie doopsie.
Could you?
Alright, let me go get logged in on my other screen here. Okay. So, in the meantime, you guys are going to begin making your way down back towards where you had met that tribe. As you guys make your way down the path, you see a distinctly Horse and Sebastian-shaped clearing in the brush and the branches along the path. And it makes your traversal just the tiniest bit easier.
Well, can't say that it didn't do anything for us.
Oh my god.
Way to go, Sebastian.
Took a damn
Using
minute.
your
I
head
did
for
it.
something for
It was
once.
totally my original intention. Yep. It
He
was
did use his
totally
head.
what I wanted
That's
to
for
do.
sure.
Totally wanted to make a path. I'm gonna hurt you. I may
Okay.
be stupid.
So, you guys are going to make your way down the path. The trip down to the actual tribe area should take just about 2.5 hours. So, let's go ahead and mark that bad boy out. So, you guys are going to be getting there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me, sorry, I'm trying to get this all set back up on my other screen. Okay, so, along the pathway, you discover, of course, the things that you had seen before. You walk past the place where you guys had set up camp the one night, all hanging out in Lehman's tiny hut, and then waking up to a nice, well, I wouldn't say it was a boneless breakfast.
I hate you.
Me too. It's fine.
Worse.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that you guys go completely unscathed, and you make your way down underneath the gigantic trees with the boardwalks and rope bridges attached to the top. As you guys are approaching, rather than the last time, you can see that the members of the tribe that were hiding from you before are actually up and walking around, doing their regular duties, kind of as they probably should be anytime they're not warily checking out the adventurers that are showing up. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, that's it.
No, I was.
That's good.
So is the man that we spoke to before, is he present, or can I see him anywhere?
So, yeah, as you guys make your way directly underneath, he actually walks out from behind the large tree that you guys are approaching, just to kind of meet up with you. And did you want to say something to him in particular?
Well, I'll start it off by saying, well, the pests have been taken care of.
I see. Yes, we felt the change in the trees. All the way from over here. I was, a bit skeptical of your ability to do the job, but you've cleared the sacred grove, and now we are free to return there, and we will do a better job of keeping the undead out.
If all you did was felt the change, and I suppose that goes to say that the man we caught sprinting away from the scene just after we finished wasn't one of yours.
Could somebody make me an insight check? No, actually, yeah, we'll go with Solera. I want you to make me an insight check.
It was definitely them. Like, I had a feeling that this dude
lie about. I don't know why he'd lie about having felt a change, and I said, "Yeah, we had a guy watching you. Good job."
Maybe it's to seem more powerful and mystical than they are. I don't know.
Let's see, insight. Can my sheet not load like a fucking dump truck backing up?
There's a fucking fly.
I'm pretty sure dump trucks backing up are good at loading.
Okay, so this is an air duster. I'm gonna.
I don't know. I don't know jack shit. I don't notice anything.
So, Lyra, as you feel like you catch something, but as you're having the single most thought that you've had about this situation, you were formulating a bit of a thing in your head, your mind suddenly wanders to the strange smell that is currently in your mask, and you check your mask, and inside you find a spice beetle that has just crawled up inside of your mask. It's very distracting.
I don't know what a spice beetle is.
It's a beetle that smells.
I mean,
That's it.
yeah,
That's
A
it.
beetle that
That's it.
smells?
It's a beetle that
I'm
smells.
sure there's more about spice beetles that are actually like a thing,
Does
but
it
I'm
smell
not an
good? Does it
entomologist.
smell bad?
It smells like a spicy
might-
beetle. I forgot. I don't think I know what they smell like. What do spice beetles smell like?
So then I'm gonna say, well, then I have to assume that whoever was watching us was a spy for the enemy, and we've been compromised. I'm just gonna say that out loud, obviously looking and eyeing him because I don't
Marzipan?
believe us. Okay, he's not even listening.
Sorry.
Fantastic.
I was reading up on the smell of spicy bugs, and apparently it's marzipan. Anyway,
The fuck does marzipan smell like?
Oh
fuck,
my
I don't
God.
know. Anyway, the
fuck.
marzipan beetle flies away, never to be thought of again, like a fleeting thought flushed down the toilet of the mind.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Sebastian. What were you saying?
I literally said out loud because Sebastian doesn't trust a fucking word this guy's saying. He's gonna say, well, I guess then he was a spy for the enemy, and we've been compromised.
Perhaps
I
it
don't
was
know what we're
simply
gonna do from here.
perhaps it was simply a spirit of the forest watching over our sacred grove.
Oh,
You said that you couldn't catch it, right? If you couldn't catch it, it was likely a spirit.
Well, to be honest, I was on their tail until I ran into a tree, and well, yeah, that's how it is.
Sebastian, make me an insight
Technically,
check.
Oh, let's go! It's not gonna go well, but let's go.
I'm not about to defame Sebastian right in front of these guys, but yeah, I'm not really surprised that he didn't catch it.
13.
Sebastian, that's enough to detect a small snicker snort coming out of the guy's nose.
Sebastian's just gonna point at him. Aha!
Whatever are you pointing at me for?
Like
sorry.
smiling
This is not how this guy talks. Hang on. God. All right. Sorry.
He forgore.
And no, stop! I almost
No,
I almost said
Sebastian, Sebastian doing this to him, and he can't hold it in.
He can't. Okay. I know not what you mean.
He's Sebastian's going to get up and he's going to start nudging him with his shoulder. Oh, you're telling
Oh my
me?
God.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh
It looks
my
like we're gonna have to leave. Because, now that we're compromised, it's like, well,
Sebastian, please,
guess
for the
we
love
gotta
of
go.
God, gods.
Oh, I'm getting this guy to spill the beans.
All right, all right. It's not like we can afford to refuse the help at this point. Yes, 'twas I who was watching you. I apologize.
I knew it.
I am sorry.
Just Claire's just gonna lean over and whisper, "He wouldn't have stopped helping you."
He wouldn't
Well.
have, did you say he wouldn't have stopped helping you?
Yeah.
Well, what I meant,
Bullshit,
what I was
Sebastian,
trying to
please.
do. No, well, yeah, no shit. But what I was basically saying was, well, now that we're compromised, there's nothing we can do. Bye bye.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yes, that's what he's
I
referring
know,
to,
I know what
Cameron.
I'm gonna cry.
Semantics of vocabulary and linguism, which is definitely a word that I'm not making up while I'm trying to find this fly. He kind of gets this little sigh going, and he says, well, we still haven't fulfilled the other side of the deal between our tribe and your group. But you can feel free if you need supplies. We are happy to trade with you. And if you need a place to stay, we can set you up somewhere on the ground. But be warned, we are still wary of you, travelers. Still wary.
Well, I assumed you were going to tell us what you know about the situation.
Oh, do you not remember promising to solve the other situation that we have with those strange ones Down to the south.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Okay, my bad. I forgot that they were the ones that asked us to do that. With the ones down south was the tribe that resides here. I'm gonna ping. I think it was
No,
here.
they want you to go all the
Well,
way
no,
down to
boring.
Colm's Peninsula.
Oh. Oh right.
We're
Okay.
going
So
on
never
a
mind
trip
then. I
to Cole's
misremembered.
Peninsula.
I misremembered. My bad.
So many. There are so
That's
many
going
fish.
on.
This is a bountiful sea. Sorry, I every time I notice the fish, it like tickles me. I don't know why. Anyway,
Fish.
and I suppose it wouldn't trouble us greatly to share some of our knowledge if you're so desperate. But
Yes, we are.
all right,
Say
then
that
what
with
do you
honesty.
need? What does your
Okay,
traveling
so-
party need?
I need to remember. We need to know. What is it? There was something important we were gonna ask them. God damn it! Now I can't remember.
Okay.
No.
So here's a basic, since it's been a long time. Let's do a quick synopsis of everything that's been going on. When you guys arrived here at Rukrot, you were basically made aware prior of the fact that undead are just absolutely running rampant around the area. The capital city of Alalaksa, which you guys could not stop calling Alaska, it
Alaska.
is completely overtaken with armies worth of the dead, and it appears to be the main base of whatever force is working against this. You guys found out that it's possible, in fact highly likely, that the Closed Circle tribe is working and spearheading this operation.
I thought it wasn't even likely. Like we just know it's
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm 90% sure that basically you guys went through, found their story cave. It's pretty cut and dry. At least the fact that they're involved is cut and dry. And near spearheading.
Yeah, that they're like following the chain guy for some reason.
Oh, wait a minute.
The
No,
chain guy.
we could ask them if. Well, and we also know Hinselitis is Hinselitis is involved.
No. The chain guy.
And the chain
The-
I'm
guy.
sorry.
But there was I think what we were looking for to see if there was a way we could either kill the beast that's been dropping them or lure it, or maybe find a way we can sneak into the capital unnoticed.
Hmm.
Even if we sneak in, unless there's like some sort of big central heart that will kill all of them once we finish, I don't really know how much that's gonna help.
Well, if the necromancer is
Because
dead,
honestly, it might even be worse if we snuck in and then got found out, because then we'd be completely surrounded.
well, the thing is that if we kill the necromancer that's doing all this, either the undead will all die, or when the undead are cleaned up eventually, they just won't come back.
I don't know, it seems dangerous, but I am also not entirely 100% aware of how like that functions.
Well, I'm so in favor of trying to maybe get an army, try to talk to the king, make him clear that Jamman's request wasn't the group's request.
Well,
I
that's-
forget
Oh,
what
yes.
Jamberman request.
That's
The
right.
Jamberman wasted our request with that, because I don't think
He
he'll
basically
take too
wasted a
lightly
king's
to doing
flavor.
too
Flavor.
big- Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think he'll take too kindly to just saying, take these backsies on that one.
Well, actually, no. I think I got the perfect angle, the phrase that the king will be interested in.
You thought a man that smelled like cheese represents us? Sir, have you gone mad as well?
I'm just gonna simply. I mean, the guy hates him like this as well. We're gonna focus on. I want to get even with him, and this is his
Go-
doings.
Tell the king, Jammerman? We never had a wizard in our group. What are you
But
talking about?
he was there when you nuked my fucking advisor.
A gnome wizard that smells like
Really?
cheese?
Never
Did you
heard
hear
of him.
yourself, Sile?
No, you just say that guy. He just kind of shows up sometimes.
Yeah, he's not part of us. He doesn't speak for us. He's his own weird.
He doesn't speak.
You just
He
what you
shows
do
up,
is you
throws
pull out a
spells.
garden gnome. You pull out a garden gnome from somebody's pack, and he's like, "Oh, you mean this guy? Oh, we just carry him around. He doesn't even do anything." Anyway, sorry. Enough joking
dude,
around about the state of Jamberman.
we gotta convince him that Jamberman is just an animated or awake, like an animated garden gnome, and most of the time we just carry him around in our backpacks, but every once in a while animate him for amusement.
Use
look,
that opportunity to try to escape.
With his 3 recorded words and phrases of "It's wizard time, motherfuckers," and "Fireball," and "I'd like to use teleport." Anyway, sorry.
So
God,
stupid.
we need to
Alex,
stop.
like-
Yeah, let's go back to
Place this gnome in your garden and he'll just fucking explode. Anyway,
But
done.
having the knowledge of a way to sneak in would be good to have,
Yeah.
as well as maybe having maybe if they would, because they know the landscape very well since they live here, they could probably give us a good place to ambush the flying beast. Maybe a mountaintop that's high enough, or a clearing that is, well, open enough for us to get a clear shot at it to knock it down, or something like that. But having the knowledge of a secret way in, and perhaps an ambush spot for the undead dragon, would probably be really good to have.
In general, yeah.
So I guess then that's what Sebastian will ask. So 2 important things. 1, do you know of a way we could sneak into the capital undetected? Maybe a way to get into the palace? And 2nd, a good place anywhere around here that would be good for ambushing that flying creature.
You mean the beast that roams the sky, that drops death
Yes.
upon us, like
We
rain?
plan on killing it.
Plan on killing this great beast. Fools, they're not more fools
Just
than I
doing the
thought.
best we can.
As for your first question, yes, we might be able to help in that regard, at least location-wise, but not until you've dealt with our other problem. I feel like that secret is a bit much to divulge. Served our tribe well, but as for the second part, about ambushing the creature itself, there is a peak to the north, across the river. It flies quite high, and it's usually above the clouds. We have seen the beast attempt to use the clouds as cover, and that might be a good place to ambush it.
Okay. By any chance, you have any ideas that could bring it down?
No. If I had had ideas about how to bring such a beast down without sacrificing the lives of myself and all of my people, I might have tried it. But such a thing is untouchable for those of the earth.
Oh, well, a long shot. We'll figure it out. Make it up as we go along.
That's what you think.
Well, I go to shake his hand.
He keeps his hands crossed, but as you extend your hand, he makes this weird whistle, this... I don't know if that came through on the microphone.
No, that did not come out at all.
It's like a, what do you?
What? do you-
What do you?
What?
That's the whistle.
What do you-
And
Okay.
he holds out his hand to his side, and a small pouch lands in his hand. And he hands it over.
Oh?
Fancy.
And what might this be?
This is a thanks from the tribe for properly clearing out our grove, in addition to the
I'm sorry.
information.
I'm
Sebastian
sorry,
will look
Dominic, but
inside
it
the
sounded
pouch.
like you said twibe.
Tribe.
What?
It's a present from the tribe. We all got together our allowance money. Anyway.
And the suicidal thoughts have returned.
Hey,
In
you wanna
Minecraft.
say that on Twitch.
In Minecraft.
Oh, that's true.
These
Whoopsie.
are the kind of things you do have to censor yourself about.
Yep. I will go and cry now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's
so
not real.
Sebastian, he hands over the small pouch to you.
And I look inside.
Inside the small pouch, you find a... Well, it's a tiny little clay pot with a cork.
Well,
Uh,
I open the pot and look
In-
inside the
Inside
pot.
the pot, it's a bit tough because the light doesn't go through the pouch and the pot top very well, but you see a shimmering golden sticky liquid inside.
Thank you. May I ask what is the contents of this pot?
This is a very, very important substance to us. It comes from the grove.
Ah, I see.
oh,
Well,
that's what all those trees are for.
I'll cork it back up.
Dude.
It is much appreciated.
Well, we don't currently know if we're supposed to drink it or like put it on something or.
Ah, yes, true. What is it used for?
Well, for
Hey, to
sacred
drink
rituals within the tribe.
something that
Oh, wait, no, go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I wanna know what you were thinking.
No, I said sorry. No, talk. I said fucking sorry.
Okay.
Go. Oh my god.
Anyway, we use this sap in coming of age ceremonies, just a few drops, and other sacred rituals amongst the tribe. Young men, they drink of the sap, and they become one with the tribe. When we have those of us leave, we apply this to their weary bones, and then set them to rest. Who snickered?
Sebastian is going to... I don't think anybody snickered. I think you're being crazy. Sebastian is going to
Somebody
slowly
please
hand
don't touch
the pot over to
Oh.
Celera, because
True.
because Sebastian has no idea how to interpret that. So
Study it, and it's just like maple syrup.
it's just maple syrup. They're just rubbing maple syrup.
It's
on
I
each
can't.
other's
What it
face
is
like
it's I
lotion.
can't believe it's not butter.
We found Canadians, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry
The
about the
beginnings of
undead
Canada.
problem, eh? We've been trying to get
That's
these guys out of the
that's-
Maple
that's-
Grove for a long time.
That's
It's not
trying-
Canadian.
That's Irish. That's
It's
you
not-
trying to
it's
do
not
your
Canadian.
Irish accent.
He's an Irish Canadian citizen.
All right.
If you
So
ever
what
do
would
that-
I call this?
the maple syrup. That's what it's all about.
You recognize the substance, Celera.
Oh.
It's slumbering tree
Oh my
sap.
god! Holy shit!
It's
Oh
only
my
about
god,
it's only
shit.
2 units worth though.
I'm
A
guessing.
very small
I
amount.
only I've only other than this I've only ever had 2 units.
His stock
Double
just
trouble.
got doubled.
Math.
So, I think our priority should be killing the beast.
Feel
mean,
free
yeah,
to throw your
probably.
lives
Hope it
away
gets
on that if
started.
you like.
We could
We
also
won't.
go
We fought
look
worse.
for other tribes to see if we could get help.
True.
Well, from the sound of it, I don't know how much any of these people are going to be willing to help try and fight this head on.
True, and maybe bringing people less powerful than us to fight a monster such as that would just end up killing them.
Also, the less of us, the better, because the monster might be more inclined to attack us if there's less of us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean like go gather an army, but I was meaning maybe go see if they have more saps or something we could use as aid, or they might have information that these guys didn't have or
How
something.
many
That's true.
more tribes were there even? I don't remember.
There were 4 large tribes in total, one of which that you've already met, the Delmeyer tribe. There appears to be
One that
this
was
tribe.
responsible for all this.
Yep.
So
So
there's only one other one.
there is one other one, and they did tell you where it was. It was down here to the south.
It's
so
the
there
one
there
where
might
none
be
of the
more
undead
those.
will go.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the place that the undead won't go was near Delta's Watch,
Oh, it's Delta's
down on
Watch,
the
that's
Somber
true.
Coast. You haven't heard anything about the actual undead down in this direction. least not that I'm remembering. Somebody correct me on
Well-
that if I'm incorrect.
Then where shall we
Don't-
go?
Think so.
As a reminder, too, there was what appeared to be some kind of large settlement walled off in this direction.
That's
Yeah.
true. So I'm guessing, Dom, this is the peak up here that they're referring to.
Yes, this tall peak is the one that they were talking about.
So it's 38 miles from where we are right now, and 32 miles to that settlement, and down there it's 60 miles. So essentially, if we were to try to do... If we were to do a round thing, it would be 146 miles, or 147 miles, technically, of walking.
Mhm.
But we don't necessarily have to, like, go up there first. It's just, like,
Hmm.
if we were to do total...
The total distance traveled.
Yeah. Because then we could go here, also do it this way.
Wasn't there also supposed to be like Fey sightings down in Delta's Watch?
That's correct. At least there are rumors about that. The undead don't go down to that section of the country. Weirdly, they are either turned away or just steered clear of this whole area entirely.
Okay.
I
So
mean-
what do you guys think we should do first, then?
I mean, killing the big zombie dragon thing would be cool and epic, but
Hmm.
It would stop the undead from constantly dropping and ambushing people, as well as ambushing us on the road.
Yeah, it would slow that down some.
That's if, however we killed it, kept it dead.
Yeah.
If
'Cause
we've
we
got something that's
assume-
bringing mass amounts of dead alive, what's to keep 'em from just retrieving and
Yes.
reviving?
this work the D&D work on Dark Souls logic, where if you kill undead with holy damage, it stays dead.
Not necessarily.
All depends
No.
on whether it's undead, whether it's working on a phylactery. But like, if there's a lich and you kill it, and the lich comes by and just revives it again,
Technically, we could kill it, and where the body falls, we could tear it apart and then drag it somewhere. Like, throw it into the ocean.
Just fucking rip it into shreds.
I mean, we
That's how
could
you. That's
technically
how you
do that.
set up a plot for a JRPG in 5,000 years.
We literally... Yeah, that's true.
Many millennia ago, a band of heroes slayed the giant death beast and split its body into 5 pieces and scattered them amongst the lands. And today, evil wizard Bartholomew seeks to fucking, I don't know.
Well,
Turn
my
it
question
into a
then is,
tea.
if we were to kill it, split its body into pieces, and then dump those pieces into the ocean somewhere where no one would ever find it, would that technically work?
unless it's
I
a
mean,
phylactery
technically, any
system. If it's a
Unle-
true
unless it's-
Draco Lich and it has a phylactery, it'll come back at the phylactery in like a week.
So if we were to kill it,
I
we would
mean-
have a week. We would have a week of time to get back there and destroy the phylactery.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, granted, I guess whenever we do it, we just gotta make sure that as soon as we take out that thing, the factory is our next target.
True. So what we could do then is we could wait to destroy the big monster. Well, we're assuming that it works off of a phylactery in the first place.
Yeah.
If we destroy it, and then maybe do a long rest, and then infiltrate the capital, that would probably be the best course of
I
action.
mean, if that peak up at the north there is the one that it stops at, that's fairly close to the North Bridge. Oh God, sorry.
Okay, so then all I'll ask is this then.
North Bridge to Alaska.
Then the only thing I'll ask in accordance to details of this hidden passage, so is this hidden passage located, at least tell me this much, is it located near the northern part of the city? the northern bridge on that side of the lake.
Make no mistake, he says in a very stern tone. You have the respect of the slumbering tribe, but we cannot give that secret away so easily, especially to someone who might be bringing that secret around to the other tribes, or otherwise making it known that we had given it away.
Sebastian rubs the top of his head. Not trying to ask you to give the exact location. We're just trying to plan
He crosses
our
his
most
arms.
efficient route.
He crosses his arms, and if we were to narrow down the location, you would easily be able to make your search for that entrance easier. Do we have an
Me?
understanding?
I mean,
So,
it's clear I do. You don't know me, I won't find shit. But yes, we have an understanding.
if we want that information, I guess we're just gonna have to do what they want.
Mhm.
Like I
look
said,
going through
do
my
not-
head as Sebastian tries to find it and just looks around. Well, hey Sebastian, did you find it? I ain't found shit.
Look, we have a telescope.
I don't really think-
I need a heartbeat.
Telling us north or south really doesn't tell us all that much because there's literally only two options.
Yeah, I guess, but the south bridge.
And unless
if
this
the
is a
entrance
secret
was near the
entrance
south
that
bridge,
goes underneath the lake, it has to be like on that small
we
island.
just take this. We just take the telescope, and he'll look for us. He'll spot it.
What the fuck? Is that picking up on my mic? Are you
What?
serious? Just whatever loud ass thing is up. I guess not. I guess it's not picking up,
No.
but there's some real loud asshole out on like their boat and it's just and I can hear it plain as day. I can't believe it wasn't coming through the mic.
well, then I guess our only option is to head down here first, get this
Yeah.
taken care of, and then come
Mhm.
back so that they won't be so stingy with their freaking info. Because honestly, what's going through my head is the last thing they should be worried about is freaking feuds with other tribes and who has what information.
I mean, are
But,
you?
know,
Would you could
no.
say that to him if you want.
I-
Like
I mean, I don't-
that's
I'm not-
honestly a really good
I'm not
point.
going to. Well, then you know what? I don't want to make them hostile. That's the problem.
This
is that
isn't
tribes-
fucking Skyrim. You're not gonna fail a speech check and suddenly
I
just
don't
hear
mean them
dun-dun-dun,
to pull their weapons
Dun-dun-dun.
out and start fighting. But I mean
Dun-dun-dun.
that make them not want our help so that they
you're-
won't give us the information
you're-
at all.
I mean, you're just being honest with them, really.
You just hear up in the trees. Never should have come here.
I mean, I can try to say something like that to them if everybody's in agreement. I will only say it if it's unanimously agreed upon
Look,
for me to say it.
worst case scenario, we use the telescope.
That's true. Worst case scenario, we just walk the perimeter of the lake and then use the telescope to find the secret entrance
God.
anyway. So
I like how I'm just a tool to be used now.
you're not just a tool,
The
you're our
telescope.
friend.
I thought you were gonna say
Okay.
favorite tool.
Is everybody then okay with me saying that? Because I don't
Yeah,
want to say
it-
something this
Yeah, if this goes south,
potentially antagonizing.
I am content with them being hostile towards us over this.
Okay,
over
so
the gospel.
then Sebastian will say, you know, my frustration purely stems from the fact that your situation right now is far beyond any tribal conflict. Your people are being killed by undead, and your entire jungles have been taken over. At this point, is there really any true purpose in keeping secrets? Because if revealing that secret could potentially lead for this crisis to be over, why would you keep it?
Okay. Sebastian, I want you to make me a persuasion check, and I will let you do it with advantage.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
Whoever
cool.
gets the
As it
bucket
is
in
genuinely
case this
good.
fails, we'll have to put the
Oh.
bucket over their
Oh,
head
wait.
and sink away.
I just did perception, not persuasion.
What do you see?
Persuasion. Sklurp,
Oh,
Sklorpo, and Sklorpo. Yay!
Wow, nice.
Damn.
Okay. So, Sebastian, you can tell that your words carry a big twinge, almost a a hammer of truth, or maybe perhaps a great sword of truth, to the tribesman's logic. He seems to regard you for a moment or two. He really weighs the options. Excuse me, and he says,
Because this is a time people should be coming together, not splitting apart.
"You have some wisdom rattling around in that head of yours, lizard. Fine.
He really does.
Aw, thank
He-
you.
Not
might
I
be-
think the
often,
trees imparted it
every
upon
so
him.
often.
he might be the Byron Brute of us, but he sure knows what to talk.
Well,"
I'm a nice guy.
Sebastian just literally starts weeping. And so he makes mention. "All right. On the eastern side of the island, near it might just be better to mark, but he says, on the eastern side of the island, between a large crack of rocks that feed out into the swamp from underneath, there was what once was a cave. I believe the Delmire tribe used to have use of it, but now it acts as a sewer for the city. That there is the entrance that we've used to sneak into the city for years. Be mindful, though, it tends to be filled with quippers on occasion."
Sebastian will clasp his hands together, and because he's obviously not one for handshaking, so he will not do a full bow. He will bow his head slightly in thanks. Thank you. This information may save lives. And for what it's worth, we won't reveal this to anybody that isn't necessary.
Okay, I'm just gonna tag this son of a bitch down for you.
Why would you say that about the plot? That's not nice.
Also, I'm not
So,
used to.
is there a
God damn
sewer
it,
cave
I'm
that
not
we have
used
to
to.
get to? We have to at least get to the island. Hey,
Oh, fuck,
is
how do I
that,
change
is
map
the whole
layers?
entire island 500 feet? Because I could just, dimension door over there. It's not a big deal.
NBD.
I
I'm just
mean,
that cool.
oh yeah, I'm just a super cool dude.
What the fuck?
okay?
What in the goddamn?
What in the goddamn? Alright, I'm trying to
Oh,
properly get this
easy.
fixed. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Shaking for the Ben Man. Hello.
Nice
Hello.
Charlies. Give him a shake for the Ben Man, will you? Hello.
Hello.
I don't know. It's almost so like you're singing fearfully, like
Hello.
hello.
She just pulls up the shirt and there's just like 2 double barrel shotguns attached to her fucking bazongas. Anyway, this isn't Cyberpunk.
God.
Okay, you've learned the location of a sewer cave that the tribe has occasionally used to sneak into the city.
A poop cave. Got it.
Would you guys be willing to
Sorry.
give me just a moment? I'd like to go use the restroom.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I'd like to go kill Alex.
I mean,
I'd like
if
to
I'm
instant
fast, I can
transition into
accomplish
Alex's
both in
room
5
and
minutes.
slaughter him.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. Fret not, friends. Fucking fly.
I'm fretting so hard right now.
Fly aside.
I obviously did not. I'm just gonna point out, by the way, I'm obviously way too fucking stubborn when it comes to Starfield because I clearly started engaging something I shouldn't have been.
I haven't
Dude,
started playing yet because I determined that I wanted to finish New Vegas first.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that I'm apparently too stupid to realize I'm outmatched and I should probably back the fuck off.
Wait, wait. Which game?
Starfield.
Oh yeah. I know that feeling a little bit. My experience was I wanted a rifle because my character's name's Jacqueline Winters. I need a
Of
rifle.
course. Of course. I just named my character Cameron and I'm going for pistols. I chose the space trucker background. Don't even fight me.
Then you should use a crowbar.
Dude, my specializations are I can carry a lot of stuff. My ship is good at carrying stuff, and I can pilot a ship real good. But my character may be able to pilot a ship very good, but I can't pilot a ship very good. That's for sure. I apparently fucking suck at flying ships.
It is the ship system is very interesting just because it reminds me a lot. It's a more in depth version of what No Man's Sky used to have for ship combat. More in depth because of more mechanics to it.
Moral of the story is don't trust me behind the wheel. I totally won't crash you into a fucking.
So if we are ever doing like a sword track, and we're on an Enterprise or so, and do not let you pilot it. Got it.
No, you do not let me do it, because I will kill us all.
Cameron, we need thrusters. We need thrusters.
Hold on. I'm trying to divert to what's the grav drive do? Smack right into a wall.
Yeah. Is that the thrusters? That's the other thrusters.
Wait, like me about 3 sessions in. Wait, there are missiles on this thing? Whoa.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Yeah.
This just makes me want to play Space Engineers with you.
I mean, I'd love to play Space Engineers. Please put me behind the wheel of your most expensive machine. I will kill you all.
Of every machine I've ran into, because I am the purveyor of the world cube.
I'll be there just to witness it happen.
Dude, if you want everything you've ever built up in that game to be destroyed, put me in charge of it and it will die. I mean, look, when I played GTA 5, I could pilot anything like a pro. But any other game I try to pilot something, like especially Battlefield, for example, don't put me in the seat of a helicopter in Battlefield. I will crash that thing instantly.
Yeah, so it's the best place for you. Where all the pro gamers sit. So they spawn in on you and then just see you go upside down and into the floor.
Look, okay, Cameron, all I need you to do is embrace your inner kamikaze and put us right into their ship.
See, the moment you ask me to do that, the opposite is going to happen. I'm going to get us there safely. I'm going to get us there safely.
I'm going to ask you to actually do what you're good at, and then it's going to be the opposite good at. You're actually going to figure out how to pilot it suddenly.
I'm never going to get over the first time I played Space Engineers was with Josh, and we built, like, we didn't want to build a, convenient drill that would get us resources. We wanted to make some crazy, convoluted, like, stupid machine to make us for a drill, and we built a car with a living room that has a button that lowers a drill into the ground, and it did not work. It did not work in the slightest. It broke down like the first fucking time we used it.
I could make that work. I think
I know you probably could, Mr. fucking Engineer Pro over there. Fucking can do all of it by himself.
Well, considering me and Zach were playing this and we ended up putting nukes in to shoot at each other, I got to a point where he couldn't kill me with his nukes.
Hey man, I can't even 1v3 a bunch of religious crazy people. Like, look at, like, dude, don't even. They worship a snake, for God's sake. I mean, I couldn't even fight them. I was like, I'm gonna kick their ass. I was all confident, like I was some hotshot Han Solo-esque character, and got my ass handed to me fucking 14 times. Yeah, I can't pilot ships for shit. I was like, what if I just divert almost all my speed into pure damage, and maybe that'll work? Nope, I just died instantly.
What you need to do is take a lesson from the Black Hawk. You don't worry about fighting, you just put all your points into speed. When they shoot a missile, you go, well, see you later. And fly so fast, the missile can't keep up.
Meep, beep, and then gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
You roadrunner that thing.
My goals for a ship. I want to build the Great Fox at some point. A more miniature version of it.
I've already got a goal for my ship. I'm building a replica of a UNSC frigate class. That's my goal.
That's
All right, I'll be right back. I have to go and do something. I'll be back.
Actually, has someone already beat me to the great box?
What's going on?
Oh, I forgot what he had to do.
Yeah, Cameron
What's happening?
took off to do something.
God damn it! I just got back.
Hmm
Rip.
I turned down my volume because Starfield started being talked about.
Oh. Well, what the fuck? Who was talking about Starfield, Cameron?
Space engineers.
Cameron.
What the fuck?
And I don't know what the extent he was talking about it was, but I just said I hadn't had a chance to play it yet, and he said, "Well, all I'm gonna say is," and I just
Start
All I'm
talking
gonna
about
say
it.
is mute.
Everything.
like,
To be honest, I tune most of what he says out to begin with, so all I know is he said he's a terrible driver.
wow.
So,
Okay, can I jokingly say something that isn't really a spoiler? I promise.
No, die,
Okay.
die.
Oh, sounds
Like
Spoil
actually
it.
from the
Spoil
game.
it all.
Yeah,
Entirely a
yes,
meme?
yes, it's actually from the game, but it is like as far from a spoiler as it could possibly be.
Is it about the annoying fan?
No.
Oh, okay. So I don't give a shit anything about hearing about the annoying fan because I'm not picking that fucking trait.
Fair enough.
I'm not doing that to myself.
I promise
Oh,
you,
God.
it will not spoil anything for you.
If you say it and I consider a spoiler, next time I see you, I'm gonna knock out some of your teeth. Okay?
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, you can agree.
All right, say it.
I made a Reuben sandwich. And it looked very tasty.
Like in Starfield?
Yes, in Starfield, I made a Reuben.
Okay. Alright. That was spoilers for in-depth cooking mechanic. I'm gonna have to knock out your jaw now.
Fair enough, come over here. You know what, it was worth it. The Reuben was worth it.
God, son of a.
Also, sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I have a mint in my mouth.
I
I'm
can't
back.
believe Dominic just spoiled the entire Reuben sandwich arc of Starfield for me.
Reuben sandwich arc.
I said I had just because he was talking about how the fact that you were talking about Starfield earlier, and so he muted so he couldn't hear anything that you were talking about. And I
We weren't
told
even
him
talking about anything spoiler related. It was just about how shitty of a
How,
pilot
how,
I am.
how am I supposed to know that?
Because I have the self-respect not to spoil games for you.
and so I told him I would tell him the furthest spoiler away thing that I could, and it was that I had made a Reuben sandwich. No.
It was literally about how so inept
Which I
I
don't
am at
understand.
piloting ships that don't ever trust me with anything expensive.
I'm gonna ineptly pilot this ship into the ground. That doesn't, I don't know.
Okay. So
Anyway, we were we were doing
my
something.
health is conditional. My health is.
is everybody back and
Fuck.
ready to continue?
Yes.
God,
Okay.
I hate my fucking life.
Okay.
I don't think Cameron's ready. I think he's hating his fucking life.
No, I'm not. To fucking take goddamn. Ugh. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay,
Sir.
I'm ready now.
Cameron's stomach is more sensitive than his dog's.
Dude, I can't. My health is fucking entirely conditional, and I hate it.
Maybe it's all the fucking entire frozen pizzas. We're finally catching
You-
up with you.
If you
think,
wanna
but it's
refute,
not.
Cameron, how many of those pizzas are left?
None.
It's been less than a week.
No,
There
it's
were
been
5
a
of
week.
them.
It's been a week.
There were
God.
5 of them,
There
Cameron.
were 4 of them.
No.
There were
I'm
Fucking
90% sure there were 5.
4. There were 4. The 5th
He
one
ate
was the
one
one
before he
Mom
even
bought for
realized.
you and her.
Okay, but
Oh, fuck
4
you.
whole pizzas in 7 days is still not good either.
Fine.
Call
Just
that
telling you.
7 days to die.
7 days to diet.
Anyway, back to the game. Let's go.
7 days to die. Parentheses of high cholesterol. cholesterol.
Ohio Club.
Ohio cholesterol in me. Sorry. Terrible. I hate myself. Alright, so the leader of the slumbering tribe also, hang on, let me make an addendum to the map.
An addendum.
A damn a dandelion. There you go. I marked it on the. Let me mark it on your map.
Let me mark it on your map. Or no, wait, no. I'll mark it on your map.
In the meantime, make sure to
Fucking-
help anyone else you can. It could only help our cause.
Tribe leader walks up to us, suddenly stands stiff and like turns to face us. Another tribe could use your help. We got details from the fuck. What are they called? I don't remember. I already forgot. God damn it.
Delmeyer.
Speak.
No, the ones who were the ones to the south.
Speak to
Anyway,
iridescent farmer at the Delmeyer tribe. Alright, so what do you guys want to do? They have offered to assist you with if you need supplies, if you need a place to stay. At the time of right now, again, it's about 8 a.m. We'll fast forward a little bit once you guys decide what you guys want to do.
We could take a quick rest to restore our abilities because I had to expend my boon while I was there, and that boon is basically my safety line.
Part of me would like to ask about purchasing some more sap, but since they use it for like sacred rituals and stuff, I have a feeling that's the kind of thing they don't like. They're not gonna sell it for money. And I could just ask, but I also feel like it might be considered rude, considering it's already disclosed that it's like, you know, they use it in rituals and stuff. Like, hey, can I buy it off you?
I mean,
was it something I said?
No.
Oh god.
Was it something I said?
I don't know why. I just sounded like I was fucking. It just sounded like I was fucking crying. I don't know what the fuck I was about.
So, you guys do definitely want to take a rest, correct? That's one thing I can tell.
That fucking shit show of a fight at those trees.
Okay.
A lot of fucking skeletons.
So, with that request, the tribe, they all get together and create a small sleeping area near the bases of the trees for the party to rest at. Everybody kind of gets their own little space nestled well within the roots of the tree, though they do, you know, ask you to be kind to the tree and to not encroach on the actual tribe's space up in the trees. They leave you with...
Give the tree a little kiss.
They have a very, very long discussion about whether smooching the tree would count as desecrating the tree. There are a few people who agree that it is, but the majority of them give them this really strange look. It's like, what? What? Then there's a long conversation about whether kiss the tree is some kind of slang that the commoners use that the tribe wouldn't understand, and maybe it means to tap the tree for some magic or it's sap. And then this just evolves into a fight.
Can the tree consent?
My god, can we please not do this?
We're not doing this because as you're finishing asking the question, the tribe has already wandered off to debate. They have already wandered off to debate the question, leaving you just standing there with your party, completely question unanswered.
Alex to the DM. Wait.
I have to do that. I have to do that constantly because I make any semblance of a joke, and Dominic just fucking like runs with it. Oh right, I forgot. I need to start going OOC.
I'm gonna boot you from this call. Oh, do not do that.
Well, maybe stop taking literally the most obvious of jokes as in-character comments, and maybe I won't do it.
And maybe don't take my in character, out of character, not comment.
Dominic, the
thing.
last time you did something like that, and I said something about it, you started apologizing because you were actually.
That one was serious. This one I did for a funny joke because I thought it'd be
And I'm
funny.
supposed to randomly know the difference.
Anyway,
Moving
I'm
on.
gonna start playing my instrument while we're resting.
ding ding ding
Oh,
ding
right, I
ding
gotta go.
ding 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 a little doo da doo. Anyway, so with the party able to get a comfortable rest over the course of 8 hours and a very safe rest. Oh yes,
I forgot. I think this is the first. I think this is the first time we've actually taken a rest. I don't remember. Right, I think I could finally switch out those fucking spells.
And yep, so everybody do what they would like to do over the course of their long rest. It will be 4:00 p.m. as you guys are finishing up your big morning of sleepy times.
Okay,
Swapping out, swapping out spells. What's that?
I don't know. Even though paladins can do it, I rarely do it.
I can only do that level ups.
I'm swapping out spells that I've never used, or very rare, like Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound. I used once. It's good if the ultra specific scenario that it's for happens or occurs somewhere nearby. But the other 99% of the time, it's fucking worthless because it's literally just a ghost dog that sits there and will bark if somebody walks by it, which is just the alarm spell, but it can bite you.
Which I mean
But
is great.
it can only bite you if a person happens to stop within 5 feet of it, because it can't move.
You could always just cast Magic Missile of the Darkness instead, honestly.
Anyway, let's see. Arcane Eye. This is probably going to take me a minute, but I'll try to be quick. I have to use 5e tools on my phone because whenever we're streaming, my computer just cannot handle opening 5e tools.
Also, I see Kunj Yacht said, and all I think is Confucius said.
5e tools has an app. Okay.
It has a map?
App.
Oh, app. Yeah, that'd make more sense.
Dumbass. Arcane Eye. Divination.
A nearby divination wizard.
Nearby divination wizard gives him a 20 he rolled this morning.
Wish I could change over my spells, but unfortunately, arcane tricksters are cursed. They can only do it at level ups. Is cursed with spiritual.
Like, Doug, why are you just posting all of those quotes all of a sudden? I'm just imagining that Kunj is sitting in his little root hollow and just constantly spouting off like radiant lines. What the like your AI is broken.
I wanted to specifically mention. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'll just test out my macros.
So I wanted to specifically mention that the reason I wanted to get our Arcane Eye is, just in case anybody doesn't know what it does, you create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. The eye can look in any direction. As an action, you can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There is no limit to how far away from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. So literally, the only restriction from how far the eye can go is you can't put it in another plane of existence, and I think a solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, so it can't go through walls.
So you just cast the eye, and then like the song that plays. I can't remember what the movie or like the thing is where it's like, "Hey,
Oh,
that's me."
and it's invisible. Like I said,
Yes.
and so like you literally have like the only way it can be detected if somebody has like some sort of like fucking
True
like what
sight.
would it be? True sight. Yeah, true sight.
Can I just wait? So in that case, you can just literally cast the eye, and then as the DuckTales moon theme starts playing, you just send it at walking speed up through the atmosphere.
Basically. And from what I can tell, even if somebody spots it, they can't do unless they have I'm guessing dispel magic because it's only I forget exactly how dispel magic works, but it's only a 4th level divination, so a high enough level caster would be able to do it, I think, but other than that, there's literally nothing you can do about it. You can't attack it. It doesn't have HP.
Oh my god,
Like
I
you
hate
can't
you.
destroy it. It's just literal and this is no, Xanathar's Guide to Everything. This is PHP. Alright.
Wait, couldn't
Enough
you
about that. I
technically
don't
use the arcane eye right now, send it around everything to go into the fucking capital, go into the temple, and then spot if there's a phylactery?
technically, but it would like in universe it would take hours to do that.
But we could see if there's a phylactery, and if there's no phylactery, we can just
True,
kill the
but we would
monster.
also have to know for look because remember, I think it can only pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. So if there's any like locked door to a sealed room, it can't go in there unless it has a
True.
big fucking keyhole, like a cartoonishly large
Astral
keyhole.
Seabass is shocked. No.
Also, Cameron, I could ban you
Okay.
for that last message
What?
Oh dear.
in Twitch. I'm just telling you.
What?
Remember, I
Waka
have the
Waka
power.
Burnin' Gamer?
Remember that I have the power.
Probably, I think it'd be. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna flavor this as like a little mechanical spider that cloaks. I think that'd be cool. That's cool.
Okay. So, with that, sorry, with that long rest done and dealt with, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won the lottery? I did.
Why would you do that?
Didn't win a good one.
So, you guys are waking up at, of course, the crack of 4 o'clock p.m. And, of course, the tribe is busy going about their business. So, now, what would you guys like to do?
We could do the funny arcane eye thing. That's an option. We could walk like over here, send the arcane eye across the lake into the capital to see what's going on.
Dominic.
Sorry.
Oh, first I thought you were just making random noise, and then I realized that you were doing the fucking
The DuckTales moon theme.
DuckTales theme. Because to be fair, you are prone to just randomly start humming and
This
dooting.
is true.
I'm sorry.
We
But, I
could do
mean,
that.
yeah,
we
we
could
could.
get some solid fucking info if we just moved right here, sent the arcane eye in, and just went doodaloo. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, a phylactery. Bonk.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, wait. Okay. I missed over something. It isn't as ungodly, mega powerful as I thought it would be. It is concentration up to an hour.
Oh, so you can't send it to space.
No, you can't send it to space.
How fast does it go?
Walking speed.
Walking speed
Damn.
says. Oh wait, let's see. Create invisible. As an action, you can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. Which, not really sure how that tracks with like what is the time frame for an action?
6 seconds.
Actually, maybe.
Okay, wait, and hold on. Hang on, I'll calculate this out.
The question is, how far would it be able to go before it runs out?
So that's 10 actions per minute. So
10 actions per minute over
so that
60
would
minutes.
hang on, that would be
600
obviously.
actions.
So
That's
60
600
seconds.
times- Well, it'd be 600 times 30, I think.
60 seconds times
18,000.
another 60 seconds, hold on, times another 60 minutes times that'll be 30 feet. That'll be a total of 108,000 feet. Oh, hang on.
Would the funny eye manage to, get inside there and get some solid, juicy gossip for us?
Well, it might, if
20
depending on
miles.
how short it is, no, it might have to wait until we've already snuck into the city. What? What are you giggling about?
Can you not see his line?
The entire island would be within that limit.
Well, I mean, yes, but this is like we're gonna have to be looking through buildings and rooms and. I mean, I guess there's no.
But we know where the capital is. We know where
I mean,
the
I
big
guess
temple is.
I can keep technically casting it over and over till I run out of spell slots and then sleep and start over, but that feels like a.
Oh no, we can
kinda-
only need to do it once because we know where the temple is.
To be
We
fair,
know
that's
where the
still
thing's
only
coming
3.5 miles per hour of eye travel speed.
Like this is going to be a very slow going process.
Yes, but it could also give us very valuable information.
That's true. I guess probably worth doing.
So what do you guys say? Travel to the very edge of the swamp and be cheeky assholes? I think right here would be literally the best place to do it.
I guess those of
We
us
could
who
try.
we could try it, and those of us who aren't doing anything could just go fishing.
We could, and we could also yeah, you know what? Fishing trip. Yay!
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys want to begin the travel off to that little peninsula right about there.
Absolutely tiddly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Dominic is probably
can
please forgive me
somebody
if I'm
map that
wrong.
out for me, because for whatever reason, like I said, I can't right click
Boom.
to see. You're gonna have to go around the mountain.
Aw, we can't fucking pass without a trace.
That's not what Pass Without a Trace does.
I know it's not, Dominic.
Okay,
Oh,
45
Clarify,
miles.
there's also no
Mhm.
can't hear anything through the eye. It's purely visual information.
Okay, so it is going to take you guys 15 hours worth of traveling to get to where you need to go. So let's go ahead and get that started. What am I fucking doing? Use your other thing, you nincompoop padre. Okay.
Oh, smashing got out of place and putting it back up here. There we go.
What the fuck? Okay. So, do you guys want to do anything in particular while you're traveling?
I'll have my weapon out, keeping my guard out for enemies. That's what I'm best at.
I mean, I guess I could keep an eye out for like any ingredients growing around.
Okay. I'll have you roll with your herbalism kit or your alchemical set. We'll make it either survival or nature.
I guess I'll also help Sebastian with keeping an eye out for combatants.
And 1 inch and all right. I was just finishing up the description. All right, let's see. So, sorry. What did you say the things are again?
Herbalism
Nature-
kit, or alchemist supplies, nature or survival.
Okay. Double check here. Always forgetting. Yep. Okay. So nature +9. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I just froze. Where do my macros go? Why are they all? Oh wait, no, right. I forgot. I did select undo all of them on the bar just because it was getting way too cluttered.
Okay, so let's see. As you're making your way through and you're looking for stuff to forage, you seem to find... you find a patch of dandelions growing in a small, less vegetated section of the jungle near to the mountainside.
And dandelions. Dandelion heads. Alright. And I think that's a... Is it another nature check to harvest them?
No. We'll
No.
count that as the same action here. And so you're gonna grab 4 usable clumps of dandelion.
I mean, dandelion heads or...
Like, of the usable units. We'll say that it's a full flower.
Well, because at
Full
least
healthy
in my...
flower.
Because at least in my thing, I have it listed as dandelion heads.
Yeah, sure, we'll say it's the heads. I mean, the flower coming alongside of it would... No, what the fuck?
What the
If I
hell?
here's the thing, in Opera GX, if I accidentally double click while I'm highlighting something, it will pull up a thing for Google to search whatever I'm highlighting. And so I highlighted on accident, like, the whole thing down here with, like, the words "an author," and it searched up fucking it searched up on Google. So there you go.
Also, I feel like I am now on my Batfolk character. Whenever I get to play him, I am obligated to take this spell because its material component is a bit of bat fur.
God bless him. Okay. So, as we move on, you guys are getting down to the opposite side of the mountain upon which that you found the Crow's Temple. As you guys are traveling, you guys come across something strange. You come across the wriggling, half-buried skeleton of a creature. It is alive, but it's buried deep within the earth, only about a partial way submerged and overgrown with moss and grass.
Just
The
a
skeleton is
creature,
moving.
not a human.
Not
Or
a...
humanoid.
It's definitely not human, but do me a favor. Go ahead and make me either an Arcana or a Nature check.
That'll be nature for me, baby. Gonna...
You can tell that the creature is humanoid, but there's something off about its entire skeletal structure that bothers you. Its partially broken and battered head definitely calls to attention. It definitely is not a humanoid skull, but with the damage and the moss overgrowing it, you can't really tell exactly what it's like. It seems to be wriggling and writhing, by the way, but otherwise doesn't seem to be actively acting aggressive at the moment.
Huh. Do we want to dig this thing out and see what it does, or leave it here?
If anything, I mean, does it look like it's in pain?
Doesn't seem to want to kill us.
I'll tell you what, Sebastian, give me one insight check.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking pro. Are you guys ready for that? God damn it. No, no, no. Are you ready for the pro? No, not acrobatics. Insight.
You can't backflip your way into understanding people. The writhing and emotionless, soundless form of the undead creature does not speak any emotion to you, Sebastian.
It's actually the writhing and wriggling thing. Not a fan of that. That to me signifies ooh ouchies.
Well, I think it might be writhing and wriggling because, as Dominic said, I believe it is like half buried in the dirt.
Yep.
I think
True,
you'd be
but
writhing and wriggling too.
Well,
I say, since it doesn't appear violent, how big is it? Or like, how big is the part where we can see?
Its head is probably the size of... Oh, God. If I were to compare it to, at least size-wise, to a couple of the party members, let's see.
It's about as big as Jamberman.
I would
Like,
say
its
that...
head is about as big as Jamberman.
No, not that large. Jamberman also isn't that small. Probably it would be closer to. I think Sebastian's probably the largest creature there. And I know Kunj has a Dragonborn
I
form
can
going
tell
on
ya,
right now.
I think Solera is
Sebastian
tall, but she's not like big.
But she's not built like a fridge.
And I would say Kunj is more on the more slim side of Dragonborn when it comes to that. But
Sebastian is a big, buff, 6'6" Dragonborn.
If he was okay, so yeah, Sebastian's even taller than
hold on,
Solera
actually,
is.
I
So,
do have the height on my character sheet somewhere. I'm 5 feet.
I think if I remember correctly, Solera is 6'4", I think. Wait,
I'm the 5 feet. Also from my.
what? How the
I mean,
fuck
I
did
think you
that
could
happen?
probably still stick the head inside of a microwave, but like, otherwise, I don't know
Oh,
how
no.
else to tell you.
Is
Okay,
it about
actually,
the size of a deer?
I misremembered. So Solera is about as tall as Sebastian, but like I said, nowhere near as imposing.
Wow. Well, either way, I guess we can get it out, and if it does anything, we can just annihilate it.
True.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna have my weapon drawn just in case. And to be
To be
honest
fair,
with
it's
you,
not
it's
like
an undead, so
And even if it does attack us, it's not like it's these things' fault.
Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well,
So,
at least Kunj
Do
are
a
making
combination of
movements.
digging and Solera maybe like using Cane as like a bit of a pry to try and like get it out of any rut it may have wriggled itself into after however long it's been here.
So after examining the site and getting yourselves ready to dig it out, you feel like digging this thing out will take at least half an hour. Because it's that buried underneath the dirt. To get it fully unearthed would take a
Another
good long
half an
time.
hour on our 15-hour journey. What a difference.
So if you guys are okay with that, you can spend the time to dig the skeleton out of its hole.
Mhm.
Okay? So, doing so, and as you begin to dig and pour out, you basically pull out all of the grass and the roots and everything around it, and manage to get it undone. So it takes that about half an hour, and the skeleton that emerges is still entirely clumped with dirt. It's got tree roots still stuck to its body, grass stained all over its bones. Excuse me. Jeez, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's the mint. So as it stands up, though its body is fairly kind of, we'll say chipped and cracked, and as you get to a proper height, he is definitely around the same height and full-on build, skeletal-wise, as both Kunj and Sebastian. And as he stands himself up in the middle of the forest, he just stands there outside the hole, his head constantly turning, his body turning to look around the area, and he continues to very gently kind of like wriggle a little bit as he's standing around, and just moves very erratically but not quickly. Like it's definitely.
This is probably going to be
Yeah.
a long shot, but Sarah's just going to like lean towards him and be like, "You understand us, big guy?"
The
So,
creature
am I
turns
understanding that-
around.
Is this thing a skeletal dragonborn?
It looks like it might be. With a good full view, you could probably recognize the skeleton of your own species. I'm not sure about anatomy class back in Drakefall, but probably.
I think I know my own fucking anatomy.
So yes, it appears to be a dragonborn skeleton.
So it's humanoid.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I cast Speak with Dead on it?
you absolutely could.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Because
can
I was
only
thinking it
ask
was
it
an
for
animal this whole time. So
Yeah.
now
I mean,
that
I
I know
guess-
it's
I guess
humanoid,
To be fair, if a dragonborn, is like almost completely buried in the mud, a dragonborn skull,
look like some
pretty
sort of
animalistic.
large lizard.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, the skull is very fractured, and it's got pieces of it that are
and all
missing.
beat up too.
Mm-hmm. So it was tough
Yeah.
to tell without seeing the whole body. So you would like to cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So with a wave of your fingers and a call out to the dead soul and spirit, your magic envelops the skeletal creature just ahead. And as you do, you can hear the skeleton just sort of softly, in almost a sobbing manner, wailing.
Oh dear.
Okay.
It's a very muted kind of sobbing and wailing.
Hmm.
What's wrong?
You okay there, bud?
So the first question you'd like to ask is, what's wrong? Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
The corpse turns to you and gently
What do
reaches
you
a hand
fucking think, buddy?
gently reaches a hand up to his face and touches at his skull. Thought, rest, ripped from spirits, from ancestors.
Hmm.
Okay.
This is not
So
the path I was expecting this to take.
yeah, so before I get any further, I have 4 more questions I can ask if you guys want to input on those.
Um.
Said ancestors.
Uh,
So
Yeah,
he was.
what I'm getting from that is he was dead and at rest and at peace, and now somebody's revived him,
Oh,
and he's not
right.
happy about that.
Oh.
We could ask him,
Maybe.
does he know where his resurrector is?
Well, I would say 2 suggestions from me would be, um, who are you, and where were you buried? But those are just
Mhm.
suggestions.
If we only have 4 questions, it might be imperative that, because this is the only undead that we've been able to talk to without it trying to stab us to death.
But would he know? Like, is that something that undead just inherently know is the location of who resurrected them? Because if he's not like happy about it, I doubt that he got sent out from some secret base to come. I don't know. My brain's not forming words.
Mhm.
I think at the very least we should ask where he was buried because I feel like it's kind of strange for there to be a dragonborn here considering we haven't seen, at least unless I'm misremembering, have we actually seen anybody of any like non, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how to phrase it because obviously,
Technically, it wouldn't matter because
Non-lizard-like?
Dragonborn wander. Dragonborns
well, yeah,
just
but
tend
like,
to wander to
but he's
random
talking about
places.
like being ripped from his ancestors, which makes it sound like it's like uh an ancestral burial ground of some kind. And I'm just wondering how far away people have been brought from.
You have not
I don't know.
seen any tribal members of the Dragonborn race. Most bestial
No.
races you have not seen represented. I don't believe you've met anything other than your standard humans, half-elves, elves, orcs, and half-orcs in this place. I believe you had seen some orcs only, though, in the visions that you had seen of the scene in Alalaxa.
Mm.
Which currently Kunj is the only one that have actually seen them. Of the group.
Uh-oh.
But yeah.
My
Oh.
computer's not supposed to be making that noise.
I think
I can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not a good
Uh,
sound.
No, that's a bad sound.
That's not
This is some fucking creepypasta shit.
Percussive maintenance.
stop that.
computer. Stop.
Hey.
Did you ask it to stop and it stopped?
Yep. All better.
Okay,
were we?
then.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Skeleton dragon.
So it might not, but
Oh my god.
if we can have a conversation with an undead that could have potentially been revived, and
Oh, it
they
started again.
might. Oh yeah, it's
Sorry.
okay. Maybe we should just I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would be important to at least try to ask if it knows. Well, maybe better to ask who.
Oh my god,
What?
I also realized that it should be answering this in Draconic. I forgot to mention that. He should be
Good
answering in
thing I
Draconic.
speak Draconic.
Wait. I also speak Draconic.
Because I think Speak with Dead allows you to ask the question in any language, or am I
Uh,
silly? Hang on.
Grant you. Well, he's already technically alive.
Oh, it says they can't be undead, boo. That's stupid.
Oh, missed
Oh.
that part.
I don't care. He's still talking to you. That's silliness. How are you supposed to speak with him, then?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Either way, I definitely can speak Draconic, and definitely Sebastian can, so we're good on that part.
So, yeah, we'll say that Sebastian
My-
can relay the question, or otherwise he can understand the question, and those who can speak Draconic can hear his answers.
Yeah.
So then here's the thing. Maybe we should ask who resurrected him. Because maybe not the exact location, but he might know who resurrected him.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I still think we don't have to be like that cautious about it. I feel like we can ask that and where he was buried because we have 4 questions.
True. Because I think the where is the guy who resurrected you. I think it's fairly obvious, though, where he is.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Mhm.
So,
The other
yeah.
problem we have is he's supposed to only know things he knew in life, so.
Ah, well then,
Yeah.
yeah. So then,
Well, he might have known the guy in life. Maybe
Might
this is
have.
like torment of some kind.
but just because
Like,
he knew the guy, knew the person who did it in life, wouldn't mean he knew that he was the one who resurrected him.
Well, they said that this has been going on for decades, right?
Mhm.
So it could be that this is another adventurer that tried to, or some person that tried to stop the necromancer before, and the necromancer killed him and resurrected
Let's
his
just ask
body.
the question because I feel like we're debating on this. We don't even have like more than 2 questions right now, and we're
Yeah.
already debating which ones are more important.
Then I will ask, who is the one who resurrected you?
He turns to you this time, Sebastian, hands still clawing at his face, and he wails, I feel through the searing metal the call of Axnoth.
Noth?
Oxnoth.
Is that a
Noth.
name?
Note. To the notes. Is it Ox? Aksnoth.
Yes,
Oxnoth?
Axnoth.
Oh, AX.
Oh, sorry, Oxnoth. Oxnoth. With
The
an accent.
man who resurrected, or the one who resurrected, because it could be a lady. The one who resurrected the undead. Oh, we could also ask, maybe if Oxnoth is responsible for the rest of the undead. Are you the only one they've resurrected?
I.
Oh, well, before you answer, I'm asking if this is an agreed upon question.
Oh.
I really think we're debilitating too much over the questions we want to ask because, like, I think because the only important things that we've even thought of is, at least for me, I still think we should, before we run out, ask where he was buried, if not just to get some information, but to potentially be able to put him back. But other than that, like, we have the important
Let's
questions
save-
already.
We could save that one for last. How many questions do we have left? We can ask him 4, and
We can
we've
ask
asked
him 5. You've asked him 2, so
Oh.
you've got 3 remaining.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe then, how about is Oxnoth responsible for all the undead here?
Oh, real power through Oxnoth, but metal.
Chain mail?
Chain metal.
Chain
Oh.
metal. So all through did he say all through
Shit.
Axnoth chain metal?
Yes, basically. Through Axnoth chain metal.
So Henselitis.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it sounds like probably this guy on his own probably wouldn't be able to do this. He's being like puppeted by Hinselitis, and as we saw with the guy before, it's kind of like, I mean, literally having an otherworldly. I can only assume that this Hinselitis has to be some kind of god. I forget if I asked specifically if we knew whether or not he was a god, but I feel like he has to be for the amount of power he seems to display.
He could also be a really extremely powerful immortal lich. That's also possible.
Mm.
Because don't
Also true.
liches have the ability to mind control? I think they do, don't they? I mean, I have the monster
Possible.
manual here, but I'm not going to look at it. I'm pretty sure that demi-liches can mind control. Or liches can mind control. It's very possible that Hinselitis is just an uber powerful lich.
But also, I mean, we can't really know that unless we know there was a person before him, and that, as far as we've seen so far, like you'd think somebody of that caliber, because we've mentioned the name Hinselitis around a lot of people, and if there was somebody of that caliber, you think somebody would recognize it, right?
Yeah, unless he
Like if
went through
there
a name
was
change.
true, unless he's got his like maybe Hinselitis is his Timmy's first edgy OC name.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
When we finally get to the final battle, I'm like, who are you really? My real name was Bartholomew Higginboss.
God.
But
fuck.
that was fucking lame. So I chose Hinselitis.
You know what? Good on him. Good on him. He made a better choice there.
I will call you Gargle Nuts.
Okay, two more questions.
So we got, two more. So we know now that Axnoth is the necromancer who is either being powered up or manipulated by Hinselitis.
Yeah,
Probably
probably
powered
both.
up.
I
Yeah.
think probably both.
Well, yeah. Usually necromancers aren't typically the kind type.
What did I?
But you could be wrong.
Mhm.
The last two questions, we could try through this to get more context into Hinselitis, but the problem is that would this guy have the ability to portray that information or not?
How do you spell Hinselitis again?
Oh,
Hinselitis.
now that you're asking me, I'm completely fucking losing it. It should be HY. Where? No. Holy fucking shit.
I have it spelled in here HYN SOLITUS.
No, that is absolutely not correct.
Hinselitis.
Hang on, I'm gonna go fucking find this in my Google Drive. Hold your fucking horses. Oh my god, Google Drive.
We'll be better then.
Is it Hinsolitis or Hinksolitis?
So it is HYNXOLITAS.
So I had it spelled right in this one, in my last note, which I spelled it, but the A was a U.
I could have sworn I put Hinselitis on my characters tab before, but because I know I've asked how to spell his name before.
Okay, so two last questions. The last one we're reserving for where were you buried? I mean, I think we've got what we know. Oh! We could ask him if he knows the undead dragon. If he knows if this thing is tied to a phylactery or not. We could ask him about it.
If there's
'cause he
some
might
sort
be
of like
connected.
ancestral,
Are we sure it's a dragon?
I
Well,
think
it's a creature
we're
of some
relatively
kind.
certain so far, but I mean, I mean, unless we've got any other ideas, it's probably worth asking.
The undead beast. So maybe the question would be: the undead beast in the sky. Is it tied? Well, question about phylacteries. Then, if the dragon itself was tied to a phylactery, I'm only saying dragon because I think that's the closest thing we have to knowing exactly what it is. But
Mhm.
if the dragon is tied to a phylactery, would the rest of the undead be tied to a phylactery?
I don't think so, because I think a phylactery specifically holds the soul, right?
Yes, it
Like,
holds the soul of
Yeah.
one creature.
you'd have. I mean, you probably could have a phylactery for uh a whole Endowed army, but it would have to be a really fucking big phylactery. Like in a world where souls have actual like take up physical or can take up physical space, for as many undead as we've seen, they would need a really, really big one.
They need
Which
a
is
big
usually not
boy.
smart because I think like the whole point of a phylactery is that it's small and easy to hide.
So then we could ask: is the beast in the sky tied to a phylactery?
I mean, I've, it might. I'm not sure. I feel like it might be more worthwhile asking if he or if the beast is like related to, I guess, just dragon kind in general, or if he knows anything of it. Because remember, he can only answer things that were in life, and depending on, because we don't even know how long this guy has been dead, because he could have died way before any of this ever happened. But
Mhm.
It's
but
also
if that is the case,
possible.
and we ask him if the beast is related, and it is, then that could be very important. And if we ask him where he's buried, then if we go there, we could potentially get information on this creature. This is all a what if scenario, but I feel like
But
it's
that's also
probably.
telling if the Dragonborn's burial site is anywhere near this place. Because, like, again, Dragonborn
And I feel like it
history
would have to
is,
be, like,
well,
unless like I know Hinselite is powerful, but I doubt he can. I mean, if he could cast, world spanning uh necromancy, it wouldn't just be a problem in this one country.
here's the thing. He may be. I don't know if we'd be able to get any info from where this Dragonborn would be buried purely because Dragonborns they do have clans, but they do tend to wander off. Like they usually you'll find them alone and never really in big groups of
I
each
mean,
other.
if you go by the way Dragonborns are, that is the opposite. Actually, they are so committed. Like in the book, anyway, they are so committed to clan and tribal, like being staying within the same tribe that literally, according to the book, it causes them to be, I think, highly incestuous. I think they literally use the word incestuous. Hang on.
Hold on.
Let's see.
But
Race
I
Dragonborn.
I think we don't need to know if dragonborns fuck their sisters. All right.
Yeah.
To any
Uh,
Dragonborn, the clan
my
is more
God.
important than life itself. Dragonborn owe their devotion and respect to their clan above all else, even the gods. Each Dragonborn's conduct reflects the honor of one of his or her clan, or on his or her clan, and bringing dishonor to the clan can result in expulsion and exile.
All right. We
Yeah.
don't have to read the part about incest, Dominic. Anyway, I
yeah. Either way, question.
I think we should ask the thing, like, if it knows the dragon, and if it's like or if the beast is dragon related, and if it doesn't know or says no, then I
Okay,
just think
that's
that
not
that's the
in there, by the
best.
way. Sorry,
I
found
just
it.
think that that's the best course of action. I think, for like getting as much knowledge as we can out of this.
I still want to know. I still think it's vastly important to know whether or not killing the beast in the first place is going to if it's going to be revived
No, well,
within a
that's what I'm
week.
saying. That if we can get, because if this guy doesn't know about it, we're not going to get an answer to that question anyway. But if he does know about it, and we ask if it's related to him, and then like where he came from, then if we go to where he came from and it was related to him, then I guess then instead of asking where he was buried, we could ask where he came from specifically, and then we could go to where he came from and then find out any information about it there instead of. I mean, it's either waste a question on possibly it not being related at all, or I mean, I guess the exact same thing, but with a potential lead
Oh my
to
god.
more information if it is true.
I just thought of something, Cameron. This is unrelated to this, but I'm going to text it to you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think that's what I want to ask. So all in favor say aye.
Well, go ahead and ask it. I mean, I've been asking questions this entire time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop you from asking a question.
I mean,
Plus, the
nobody
guy
has
who
any.
cast the spell in the first place.
Well, I mean, he asked the first question, I think. Right? Or am I misremembering?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there were any interjections, let me know. I don't want to be wresting power away from anybody. Just
No, I just figured before I started randomly asking questions, we should figure out what we actually wanted to know.
yeah. Well, okay. Well, if there are no objections, then well, technically I can't ask it directly, so I guess I'll have to um reiterate two.
I guess my final concern with the question would be like, well, we haven't seen any other Dragonborns. Like, I don't think we've seen other Dragonborns even in the neighboring countries. So the likelihood that his clan or where he was technically buried is anywhere near here is
But
low.
Well, see, Cameron, what I'm saying is, it in that case that he's not related, we wouldn't get an answer to the other question anyway, because he can only answer what he knew in life. So, if this creature wasn't related to them at all, we won't get an answer to either question. But I think if it is, we have a better avenue to go with this one, if it does become the case.
All right.
Well, then I guess ask Sebastian to ask how to phrase this specifically.
Sebastian's a cheeky asshole and asks a completely different question. Never mind. I'm kidding.
What is your favorite color?
Green. I lied. It's yellow.
Goes,
No, I fucked up. It's yellow.
I
God,
fucked up.
sorry.
It's yellow.
Okay, no distraction. Okay, um, um, that creature that I'm sure you've seen flying around in the sky from where you've laid. Do you know anything about its origin? Is it related to you and your people, or where you
He
came from?
he writhes and twitches and looks over to you, and he just screeches, roars, roars, Axnoth!
You're cutting out.
Oh.
You cut out.
Oh, damn it! I can't do voices into this damn mic. His response in a raspy voice is roars, roars, Axnoth. Oxnoth.
Oh
That
shit.
doesn't
Or an
answer that.
Axnoth.
Maybe it does. What if that is Oxnoth?
Oh, the beast is Axnoth.
As we
Axnoth. I
haven't.
keep
It
saying
hasn't.
Nov.
It hasn't
He's not
spoken or
Papanoth.
anything to us. But if this is like, because I mean, I'm not entirely. Is a Draco Lich a dragon who turned into a lich, or is it just a form of lich?
It is a. You know what?
I think it's
Well,
a dragon lich.
Like,
we're
it
we're
doesn't
all
really
pretty
matter either
knowledgeable.
way, because I mean, dragons are intelligent. A dragon would be perfectly capable of being a necromancer itself. So if that thing is a Draco Lich and it is Oxnoth,
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
oh, okay. I think the fact that I got a response at all, I think that is at least somewhat confirmation that he's somewhat related to it. So once Cameron gets back, I'll.
I mean, for funsies, you could roll me an Arcana check if you want to think about
Sure.
like. that kind of thing, and I'll give you an answer based on that.
Let me see. I think my Arcana's pretty good. Oh my goodness, I
Hey,
rolled one so badly.
that's not that bad. Like a 16 isn't bad. So
Dominic, the roll is terrible. I rolled a 7.
that's true, but the number is not bad. Okay, so the as you're thinking about the possibility of undead lich versus like Draco lich for undead dragon, you call back to at least a little bit of study that you had heard, specifically because it pertains to the ingredients of undeath, right, and alchemical things.
Okay.
That dragons basically become liches themselves through the use of a phylactery generally. Essentially speaking, they drink a terrible poison that kills them instantly and has usually a cult of some kind revive them into the phylactery. That is at least how the stories and basic understanding of how Draco Liches personally go.
Was there any picturing in the story cave of any flying beasts? I don't remember.
I believe there was. I believe that there were the tendrils. Hang on, let me grab the actual description because it is here somewhere.
That might be a stretch, but I'm not.
Several artistic depictions of plants and animals in flourish. Depictions of people destroying nature follow, as well as symbols of circles being broken near the top. Final depictions showcase twirling lines making their way towards everything and setting it back right, including mending some of the circles.
Sorry, what was that last bit? My computer started screaming again.
Oh, and I was wrong. It's not depicted specifically in the actual story cave. So the cave seems to chronicle in both artistic representations and text the tribe's modus operandi. There are several artistic depictions of plants and animals in flourish. Then depictions of people destroying nature follow, as well as symbols of circles being broken near the top. The final depictions showcase twirling lines making their way towards everything and setting it back right, including mending some of the circles. The text itself, I believe, was also read, and it says, "The circle has always been in balance. We and nature flourish together. We dedicate ourselves to maintaining the circle so that life of all kinds may continue to thrive. We cannot fight back against our kind. They are too powerful. Their growth slows and halts the growth of others, floods the land with sand and stone and constructs. The world's essence is used to further along this destruction, and the circle remains open. The air itself broke open, and from within the voice of the universe beckoned us. It spoke, saying that discord must be fought with discord. It gave us a way to call forth ancestors of all to bind them to the servant of the universe."
Okay.
It doesn't say anything specifically about anything past that.
No, I just realized something.
Hmm?
I think I remember. Hold on, wait a minute. Isn't a Dracolich literally a dragon who voluntarily decides
Yes.
that it's going to tie its soul to a phylactery?
Yes, Solera just
yes.
rolled that on
Yeah.
a Arcana check.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I feel like
That's why I was because what Dominic was just reciting was the stuff in the story cave. Because what's going through my head now is I'm wondering if the closed circle tribe was the cult to this dragon that perhaps like just I don't know if they would follow this dragon the whole time or if they went to it in hopes of some like cleansing fire sort of thing. This is So I think we're on a final question, and with him having an answer to that, I think that the final question should be uh, asking him maybe not where he was buried, but where he came from. Because where he could have been buried anywhere, technically, but for him to know about this creature and like everything, wherever he spent like most of his time must have been at least somewhere near. Though if he's from the city, then we're kind of fucked. But I still think it's worth asking. So, any objections on that?
I'm very content.
All right.
Okay.
Then, all right. I think that'll be our final question.
So how would you like to ask it exactly?
Okay. Got a genie. Like you're like a really rude genie, always trying to fuck up and misinterpret your words. Hmm. I guess just oh, does where did you come from sound too broad? Or maybe like where did you hail from? Because I feel like that's more specifically like where did you spend most of your life? Right?
Mhm.
Gee, thanks.
mean,
Yeah, it's
I mean, you could have asked him where his home is, what he considers home.
If it's a
That
Dragonborn, you
might
could
be the
ask
best
it, where is
wording.
his clan?
Uh, though I mean, though I don't know if I'd go with that because like that's the thing where I feel like the wording might trip us up because I mean, does Sebastian have a clan technically?
Technically, no, because Sebastian was
Yeah, so
born to a
The
single
the
parent.
guild is probably
yeah,
like a clan
To a
though.
single.
well, yeah, but it's not technically a clan. Like it's not a clan of Dragonborn.
You're right.
So, and if I'm just afraid to misuse a wording like that says if he wasn't technically a part of a clan, all we get is a blank stare, and then he stops talking because we ran out of questions.
But yeah,
Um,
I think
but then I
like
think
a place that he would consider home might be more ideal because
yeah, I do think that that's probably the best wording. So, where did you call your home when you were alive?
He moves for a second,
Please don't be
like
the city. Don't be the city. Please don't be the city.
he's realizing something, and then as he's doing that, he clutches at his rib cage with both hands. His own hands snap off one of the ribs as he claws at his chest and stumbles close to you, Solera, and he wheezes, "Feet, feet, why air thin?" And then
Lost fail.
his
At, wait,
Wait,
wait. So you said wait. Was it feet?
feet,
White.
feet, why air thin?
Lost Vale, the mountains. Or the mountain. If the air
Yeah,
is
that's what
thin,
I
it's
was
high in
thinking. Maybe,
elevation.
yeah, maybe that's why that dragon goes around there, or the thing goes around there. Is that might be like its home?
So, as that final question comes out of his lungs, he stops clutching. He drops the few pieces of ribs to the ground, and it's like his body kind of resets. It starts to just lurch and wander almost in a complete nonsensical way right around where you're standing. It bumps into you guys and into trees as it just wanders and wanders. It even trips over the hole it was currently or previously buried in and then just clambers out and starts walking like it's looking for something.
If this thing is a Dracolich, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really
Mhm.
bad.
Okay, so I should have been marking this down from the start. Okay, so where were you? Feet, wire thin.
My dog. Okay, hold on. Sigurd is
Last
ripping
question.
tons of ass. He probably has to go. I'll be right back.
Take the dog to the bathroom.
The dog is ripping tons of ass. Okay, the
that's
second to
just
last question. Oh god damn it! I should have been writing this down from the start. I mean, I remember generally the information we received, but I should have been writing down the specifics. God fucking damn
I
it.
wouldn't hate you if you wanted me to kind of reiterate what had been said. So, what are you missing?
Uh, I mean, I didn't write down the first four questions, as I feel like I probably should have But even like all of them, I probably should have been keeping track. I mean, if I wanted to be an ass, I could technically just go back and watch the VOD, but
And here's the thing, I'll probably not say them word for word again, just because I have bad brain, and I'm not exactly the best. Plus, like, I don't exactly have a whole gigantic 20-page document of every answer he could have, so I kind of have to
Well, I mean,
spitball
yeah.
a few things based on my major information. So are there at least any specific things that you want to remember more than others?
well, I mean, I guess probably just the last three or the last two, the last two questions before the final one, because I think the first two questions we asked weren't
Let's see.
super
So
relevant.
the first one was what's wrong, and
Oh,
I
no,
believe I believe his answer was something along the lines of um ripped
something about his head
ripped
hurting.
no, it was ripped from
Oh,
ancestors
right, yeah.
through metal.
Actually, I thought that was part of another one.
That was also said in another one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To God, this dog has leveled up his lying techniques. Now he is capable of
Farting
ripping
on
ass
command.
and being completely lying about whether or not he has to go to the bathroom.
Wait,
Interesting.
To be fair, do you have to take a shit every time you fart?
He does, or at least I thought he did.
Okay, so on the second question,
Okay, hold on. I'm posting something because this is.
oh fucking course you are, dirty little bitch.
That was what I was legitimately thinking of when Cameron was describing his dog's fart lying techniques.
Interesting.
Anyway, I apologize. Also, when did you post that shit, Cameron? A fucking Fallout. God damn it. I wonder if anybody's managed to make Nate or Nora in Starfield yet. Anyway. Let's see. What was the second question that was asked? God, I have memory issues right
Maybe
now.
it would be just
That was asked was
if you don't
who
mind
resurrected you.
Oh
It
yes,
was who?
if you
who?
don't mind us asking, then I could probably just go back and look at the VOD.
Actually, I would
later.
recommend that you go back and look at the VOD for specifically what had
yeah.
happened.
So I'll keep that in mind and I'll mark that down in the notes later because I. But okay, so that's all our questions asked, and should we try to put him out of his misery? Because he doesn't
Yes.
seem very. Yeah,
I think so.
probably best left up to Sebastian because I'm definitely not a heavy hitter and I don't want to blow a spell on.
Dom,
Yeah.
I will then walk up behind him while he's not paying attention. And I'm going to say a prayer for his wandering soul. I'm going to put my vow of enmity on him, and I'm going to strike him down.
Okay, I need you to make me an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. As
And we're
you,
gonna and just to make sure
you don't need to.
that hit using holy power.
Yes, you do have holy. You do have holy essence in your sword, as a reminder. But if you want to use the smite, I will allow it.
I think I'm
allow it.
going to. I feel like it's a. I feel like it's symbolic. So I'm gonna level 1 divine smite him.
All right, Sebastian, you bring your sword down
So,
like
just
a
for
holy
funsies.
executioner. Oh man, is that max?
No.
No, it's all
No, but-
it's pretty good. You bring
Yeah.
your sword down with holy power and a prayer for his wandering soul. Your sword cleaves into the back of his skeleton, and with a blinding flash of divine light, the skeleton bursts forward into shattered pieces and dust and scatters onto the forest floor, the jungle floor. Sebastian, I want you to make me an insight check.
Oh, great. I'm so good at that. Gabagool. Don't think so, motherfucker.
Sebastian, you feel an immense rush of pride and absolute divine power that had flown through your weapon.
Somehow I feel like that didn't free his soul. I get a feeling, but it was worth a shot.
You can hear, well, nothing. I mean, it's quiet. Sorry, you've got me all fucked up. I was trying to describe how it felt. You just felt great delivering this soul to his final resting place, regardless of whether he's
And
been brought back.
He'll say one more prayer.
And I'm just gonna tell you, just because you rolled a 1 and I said that you felt good and that the divine power flowing through you was nice, that doesn't mean the opposite is true. Like, automatically. Unless I'm saying it in a sarcastic tone. I'm just telling you.
Okay. But Sebastian will say a final prayer and just say, may Bahamut guide his soul into the afterlife.
Okay. Alright, and so with that, the Dragonborn skeleton has been put back into the ground for good. Alright.
Alright, back on our way, I suppose.
Yep.
Off to our shenanigan land. Off to our shenanigan land.
Yeah, just shenanigans.
And a shenanigan that's actually fun and not the wizard jerking himself off. Sorry, Parker. No, it's
all right.
I
So
love
as you
Parker,
guys,
but you do jerk yourself off a lot.
so you guys
Maybe not as much
continue
as
your
Steven, though.
journey, and as you guys kind of cross the river through this giant patch of forest, right as you're about to get to the clearing, you guys, as you're approaching, hear what sounds like, and we'll say that Ocularis hears it first, but it slowly starts getting closer. It's a bit of shy chirping that very, very quickly evolves into an absolute call of melody birdsong. Just a beautiful, beautiful cacophony of chirps and tweets coming from the brush, and flying out of one of the tree's canopies approaches a very colorful looking bird.
Bird.
Could just get out his instrument and play to the tune of the birds.
Can I
Bird.
hold up Sekre and initiate bird-to-bird communication?
God.
I'll tell you what.
Because technically Sekre and I are soul linked, so kind of like I'm talking to it. Not really, but you know.
I do have to speak with the animal as well.
So, Kunj, by the way, as you start pulling out your lute and you start playing the tone, the bird begins bopping its head along with your lute.
Bopping?
Yeah, bopping its little head.
Also,
Just up and down.
It's bopping.
Bobbing?
Bopping.
While I have his attention, then I'm gonna take that time to try to also cast Speak with Animal, so I can talk to this thing.
Okay.
I thought that took an hour.
It takes 10 minutes because it's a ritual.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, the cast it is a ritual, so I don't know.
Well, you can cast it as a ritual for free, but you can cast it one action if you just want to spend the spell slot.
You know, yeah,
We're gonna
you
be
know,
here for like hours upon hours, so I guess.
yeah. So you know, I'll go ahead and use it. I mean, we can spare the 10 minutes. So I can do the ritual, so I can talk to this thing.
Oh, speaking of which, at this point, a good bit later, so it would be about 11 p.m. when you guys were done talking. This is another 6-ish hours later, so this is going to be 5 in the morning. Very early. Okay,
Also,
so...
apparently apparently the casting time is 10 minutes for what I have listed here. So
Well, that's if it's a ritual. Otherwise, it says one action.
yeah. Oh, okay, one actual. Either way, though, yeah. I'll spend 10 minutes playing my music and also casting the ritual and
Okay.
somehow doing
So,
both of them. But
I have
yeah.
all of my spells done now, finally.
so Kunj, as the bird approaches, you sit down and you begin playing a very long tune, one that tells the tale through music of a magical speaker with animals. It is a tale of lovely, lovely music, and the bird sings along with it, kind of changes its tune while you're singing. And then as the spell finishes and your song concludes 10 minutes later, you can hear the bird tweeting at you, "Music good! Music good! Good! Good!"
Well, do any of you have any questions you want for the birdie?
So, I suppose I should have specifically clarified this before. This, like, the cacophony of tweeting and all that, was it all coming from this bird, or did it sound like
Yes.
multiple birds?
No, just this bird. It was actively following you guys through the sound. It was following you guys as you were traveling, and it just arrived behind you. And the bird is looking very intently at you guys, or was looking intently at you, while it was tweeting. But now it
Oh,
seems to have
and
been mildly distracted by music.
I'd say you have so our first question would probably be, why are you following us, little bird?
Want! Want! Want!
Want what?
Going to need to be more specific than that.
So it, like, let's see. Hang on, I have to check this thing one more time, because fuck.
Also,
What does it
when
want? Oh. Oh.
So as Coon just asking this question to him, he's doing it in a musical tone to go with the music that he's playing.
It tweets at you, food, treat, treat, and it looks
Treat?
directly.
No, treat.
It
So,
looks directly
No,
at
treat.
I believe it's, yeah, it would probably be. So it looks directly at Celira, and it chirps loudly, pointing in your direction. Have treat.
Could convey that by saying, "The fuck is hungry."
uh, uh, wow, way to possibly offend the poor thing.
Fucker, hungry.
Stuart's gonna start, like, digging through her bag, like, what is font? Okay. Guys, does it want something specific or just any food?
It
Anything
keeps
Yeah.
it keeps specifically saying the word treat.
Treat.
No treat. I will give it. I'm gonna reach into my bag, and I'm gonna pull out a piece of honey-soaked jerky.
It looks.
I'm going to offer it to the bird.
It looks at you and it screeches, cause it's like, no, smell.
I'm sorry. I will eat the treat. I will eat it.
Coon's gonna be giving like a cut it off motion with his hands underneath his chin to be like, "No, don't do that, Sebastian. We just like it."
I have
Sebastian will say,
root.
"More for me," and he'll eat it.
If you pull out the sweet root, it immediately starts chirping faster. Treat.
Oh,
That's it.
first, let me double check that this isn't a vitally important ingredient. Sweet root. Okay, sweet root is minor initiative boost. Okay, yeah, you can have it.
The bird.
Just-
The bird seems
I'll
elated.
just pull
Sorry.
it out.
It flies down, perches. This beautiful blue bird perches Fuck! Perches! God, I can't speak. It perches right on your hand and snatches the piece of sweet root directly from your hand. It bites and bites and bites, crushing it up in its beak, and then gobbles it up, and its head just starts tilting, and it says, "Happy, happy, happy, happy treat, treat."
All right. Was that all?
Yes, yes, yes. Wait, wait. And it jumps off of your arm, and it flies off.
Okay. I guess we can wait for a bit.
Yep.
I mean, it'd probably be able to find us if it followed us this far. It'd probably be able to find us if we kept going. But I feel like we should wait just on principle.
Okay, so where
And
is
will
this?
depressingly sit down on a nearby log or stump or something and eat some honey-soaked jerky. He's missing out.
He's missing out.
I don't think wild birds often eat dried meat.
Well, because they don't know what it tastes like. They're lost. And he'll continue chewing.
I also made the mistake. Now I can understand every single animal in the vicinity.
Probably, I think Sekre would probably. Cause I think are ravens what's it called, carrion birds?
Mm-hmm.
So Sekre would probably enjoy it, but
Well,
if that thing's a blue jay, then definitely not.
okay. Well, this is my description says that it's a little bit, extra. It's not exactly what this is, but you would recognize it as the
Okay.
bird brings it back to you. It's carrying a stick in its hands. It's fairly large,
Its
a bit
hands?
much, or it's not hands. You know what I mean? It's talons. It
It's got little
flies.
hands. What does it do?
It flies this stick over to, well, since you were the one with the treats, Lyra, it drops the stick in your hand, and it's a very, very finely scented piece of wood. And it smells like, it's really smelly. It is not a bad smell, though. It basically smells a bit like a mixture of spices that's hard to identify. It's really, really strange. And it circles over your head and it tweets, "Stick! Stick! Smell stick! Good stick! You have! Bye-bye!" And then it flies off.
I got a smelly stick.
Somebody in the
Can I
party has this.
examine
Yes, somebody in the party has this, but I'll have you make me a nature check, I think. I think somebody has this. I might be wrong.
I'm looking for my inventory.
God damn, what is with my fucking rolls?
Well, still, that is just enough. You recognize this smell not from personal experience, but through study and reading. You realize that this is a branch of jewelwood.
Jewelwood.
Yep, this is a popular building material in the Feywilds.
Oh. Is it exclusive to the Feywilds or just popular in the Feywilds?
It comes from jewel trees that are native to the Feywilds.
Well, I think we have our confirmation about the Fey activity around here. This thing
Indeed.
couldn't have come from anywhere else.
A great reward for a measly, untasty snack.
As someone who is a fae,
Don't
That's
tell
what my
Sebastian
inventory
it's tasty.
Nope.
Uh,
compared to honey-soaked jerky, it's nothing.
Actually,
Yeah,
you
good
should
point.
already know about this because I'm pretty sure you had sweet root candy when you were back in Fiorine, Sebastian. Or am I thinking about my
He
other
did.
game?
He's just salty as fuck.
He's salty because the bird didn't
Yeah.
want his jerky. It's not magic.
Yep,
It's
so-
not magic treat.
Stick that in my backpack. So it's like a branch or like a
Yes,
stick?
it's a branch. It's
big?
like, I would say that it's probably the size of. Hey, this is gonna sound really stupid, but like the width of a hammer, like a wooden hammer handle. and it's about just a
Okay.
little bit over that size.
Okay. So yeah, pretty small.
Honestly, you
Guess
could
like a
almost say it's
six-sided.
wand-sized, but it's clearly not a wand. It's just a branch.
Yeah. Too bad
If you
I'm not a
put it in a
traditional
pot,
caster.
if you put it
Sorry,
in a
what?
pot, would it grow?
Mm,
Probably not. It's a stick itself. It doesn't have anything like I don't know if jewel trees. Hang on, let me remind myself about jewel trees here because I don't remember if they have specifically like a way they spend.
Yeah, it's too bad that I'm not a regular caster because since I don't have any use for a wand. And
I mean, I could use a wand, but I have my ring.
yeah. Though
I,
I think the
I,
thing I wonder is if it would provide any specific benefits being from the Feywild. Because if the Feywild is anything like what people consider, the world of the Fey in real life, it's the kind of place most people who go into don't come back from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can send you there right now, banishment.
Banish.
But would I come back alive?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because I just need to snap my fingers and you're back.
Or wait till the end of the time. Just kinda,
Exactly.
"Oh,
I mean, the
I mean,
point
Well,
is
whether you
usually
survive
these
the
Fey
insides is up to
locations
you.
are that's what I meant.
Hey, kid, would you like to see the Feywild?
You want to see the bottom layer of the nine hells? How
or,
was
or
that? And the
Sebast-
kid's just like wide-eyed, pale-faced.
what's
or
over
Did you
there?"
meet
Actually,
Satan?
could you actually do that? Could you just straight up walk into a village and banish some random kid to like the lowest layer of the nine hells, and then suddenly bring them
Yes.
back?
Yes,
No,
you
Yes.
what
could.
you need to do
That's
is
fucked up.
you need to address a letter to Asmodeus, walk up to a kid, hey, I need you to deliver this to me. Asmodeus, you mean like the banish?
That is the most
Banishment.
funny. That would
When
be
the
the best thing
demon
to add
lord's
into
like,
like a
ah.
silly evil character. Like they just do that to in every village or place they enter. Is they find one random child and send them to hell for like.
That is
You
the
just use it to
warlock.
send Asmodeus shitty memes.
Does
No.
anybody remember that I literally did this to a bandit? I literally banished him into the nine hells as an intimidation
Oh
factor.
no, I thought you didn't actually banish him into the nine hells. You just intimidated him into telling
This is
everybody that it
true.
was the nine
I
hells.
banished that bandit. So that's where I put him.
I,
I put
I
him
do
right
remember him
smack
doing
dab into the bad boy zone.
If you can get banishment as a warlock, be a warlock who talks to his patron by sending letters via banishment. Walk around to people, hold this, banish.
Oh, well, banishment technically doesn't let you send them anywhere particular, by the way. It sends them to a harmless demiplane, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they're native to the plane you're on, if they're not, it
But
sends them back
that's
to their home
no
plane.
fun. That's no
oh.
fun.
So wait. So technically, if you had like, if you had a little like imp familiar or something that was like from the nine hells, you could send them back with letters of banishment. Anyway,
Or you could just unsummon them because that does the same thing.
Can you
but they
banish
get the.
a demon that's trapped inside of you so that you can get a bit of peace and quiet for 1
I think,
minute?
like, I think
Maybe.
I say let's since we got our bird stick, I say let's continue on with our quest and see if we can get some information from this snooping session before we end for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way over to the peninsula at the final crack of that 15-hour ride, which brings you, I believe, to an additional 3 hours, so that'll be 8 a.m. The sun is just finished rising in the sky, casting some light onto the bog, which is less heavily and densely foliaged than the actual jungle. Ahead of you, you can see all kinds of creatures swimming in the muck and mire, reeds blowing in what little wind there is, and you can see, of course, the city island on the far side of the bog swamp lake. Just there. You can see motion in it, of course, as you could the last time. But you all, I believe, should be very tired. Hang on, what's the actual cutoff? Hang on.
Yeah, we should probably take Big Nappy.
Mm.
Making big nappies. I will take first watch.
What is the thing here? I know there's a thing. It's like how many hours, but you know what? The travel stations travel 8 hours in a day. They can push on beyond that limit at the risk of exhaustion for each
What?
additional travel. Is
Let me
beyond.
ask real
Oh
quick.
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
So spell storing item. It can be first or second level. Would you say I could upcast and store a first level spell as if it was being cast at second level?
Let me read it. Spell storing item. Here we go. 11 level your spell. Whenever you spend long rest, you can touch one simple martial weapon and spellcasting focusing you store as well. Choosing a first, second level spell from the requires one action. When I'll say that yeah, if you upcast something to second level, that can be stored.
Okay. Then on this long rest, I was gonna do it on the last one, but I forgot. So might as well do it on this one. I'm going to replace Melf's Acid Arrow with possibly a much better option. Let me check how many stores do I get in? So I can use number of time equal to twice your intelligence modifier. So that would be 8. I am going to fill this with 8 charges.
So,
Of Cure
by the way,
Wounds.
I'm going to say that you guys are going to take. I need to be more on top of the actual travel exhaustion thing. So I'll say that you guys can get here without becoming exhausted, but you guys will need to take a rest now, or I'm going to start having you guys roll some con saves against exhaustion.
Totally,
I
totally
never
fine.
remember that rule.
I will take big
That's what I'm
nappies.
saying. I'm taking Big Nappy. That's why
Yep.
that's why I'm
Yep.
doing the thing.
We can rest.
Okay.
Let's
So
get in
My
the,
hut.
yeah,
I mean,
get in the
technically, I'm pretty sure, even if I did get a level of exhaustion, if I'm not incorrect, I could use was it Greater Restoration? I think I could have sworn I had something that fixed exhaustion.
I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, it is now 4 o'clock p.m. on the 20th as you guys are finishing your latest rest from your massive trek through the jungle. You guys can still see, even though the afternoon sun is now moving well beyond, that the city is still just constantly in motion, as it was last time.
So Greater Restoration allows you to reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1. So
Nice.
okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna get out my
once
fishing
we
equipment and go
are
fishing.
once we are positioned as close as we can get here, which I think, I mean, technically would probably be closer if we were up here, but we would have to go. Well, we would either have to go all the way around, or I would have to fly solo to get there. But that probably wouldn't be good in case I did get caught and they had some way of like tracing me. But anyway, so I'm gonna go up right to the edge here, sit down, and I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye.
Okay, you sit
Which,
down.
by cast Arcane Eye, I mean she's gonna sit down, open up her bag, and pull out a little mechanical spider she made sometime recently. I don't know. uh, set that down on the ground, and it's gonna pop out its little mechanical legs, and a little propeller is gonna come out of the top of it, and it's gonna start hovering, and then it's gonna go invisible.
Go invisible.
Nice.
And it begins hovering on its way over the swamp. So tell
True
me,
technological marvel.
in what direction do you want to send this eye? And Kunch, I'm going to have you make me a series of checks over the course of this I believe it is 1 hour worth of time, right?
Sure. Yep.
So over this course of this 1 hour casting, Kunj, I want you to make me
You know
a
what?
survival check and a sleight of hand check.
It'd probably be smart to send it through the sewer cave and scope that out.
Kunj, for lack of any better options, you feel like it's a really good idea to, instead of using any kind of actual bait for your lure, you toss out your line with a bundle of grass tipped to the edge. Not exactly in the best motion, but you figure, hey, absence of bait, this'll work just fine. So you toss your line out into the swamp, and almost immediately your line snags, and it takes you the full hour to unwrestle the line without losing your hook.
Okay. I did so well on one and did so horrible on the other.
You rolled a 3 on that second roll. Don't act like either one of those rolls was good.
Hey, 16's nothing to complain about.
Okay, so your arcane eye, Celira. Where are you sending it?
I told you, you just weren't fucking listening.
So you're gonna
I'm
send
gonna
it.
send it first through the secret cave
Okay.
or the sewer cave.
So, your eye begins floating its way towards the sewer cave, and true to the word of the actual slumbering tribe member who let you know, you can see a collection of rocks that kind of bulges up out of the water near a higher area of the edge of the city. And you can see that it leads into a small cave. Now, this cave has obviously been reinforced with actual stonework, and it does look a bit like a sewer exit. It is covered with iron bars at the moment, and it does seem like that sorry, the water flows out of the actual sewer, not through a waterfall, but the bars actually go down into the water. Go ahead and make me a perception check as you're going, just in case. Yeah, we'll make it a little deal.
A little deal.
Yeah, a little snarg for extra info.
A little dealiosis. Let's see, do I have?
A little photosynthesis.
Okay, I do.
Hey.
Nice. Okay.
Very carefully using your psychic link with your arcane eye, you are able to basically survey the entrance of the
like,
cave.
real quick, just for the flavor of it. I was gonna say the lenses or like the lenses in the eye holes of her mask are enchanted to be able
Ooh,
to perceive through it.
nice. That's actually pretty cool. So you start looking around the cave as you're flying forward, not hoping to waste any time. And as you're looking through the cave, it seems like as you're going through, the guy was true to his word on something else. You see a swarm of quippers swimming southwards from inside the city and out into the lake.
Huh.
As you're moving through the actual sewer system, that you can see that it branches off into multiple paths outside of this big main one. Smaller tunnels moving into extra directions. There's a pathway for walking on either side a little ways in once you actually get past the grates to the outside. And this goes for quite a long while. You're not entirely sure where your arcane eye ends up and finally hits a back wall.
Wait, hold on.
Yes?
So once I notice that this it seems pretty like maze-like or anything, do I have any parchment paper?
Ooh.
Come on, open the inventory. Okay, I have inkwell and an ink pen, but do I have paper to write on? I have an old scroll of research notes that I think probably came with my background. I could write on the back of that.
Does anyone else have parchment they'd be willing to offer the Owlin?
Paper, I guess it doesn't even have to technically be parchment, just anything that I could write on with an ink pen. Could probably be like leather or something like that.
Well, in the card I have common gloves that I can give.
I don't know if that would work with a I mean, it'd be more like. I mean, I guess for a map, it probably wouldn't be too bad because with a map, it's less fine writing and more scrawling anyway.
I'm just kind of looking around my inventory to see if I can find something better real quick.
Yeah, I don't have any extra parchment on me because I went to the Enduring Spellbook.
Let's see. Will Sebastian
So
come in
technically,
clutch?
the book cannot be damaged.
Where's
Okay, not bad.
Because I don't think they. I think it'll be fine to write on the back of these notes. Because what?
Sebastian has 3 units of parchment paper in his back pocket.
All right. Well, then.
Okay,
Let's
that
say
would be probably
Sebastian will very proudly, the last person people would expect to have parchment paper, reach into
But-
his pocket and pull out 3 pieces of
But-
paper and say, "Here, for you."
Alright.
Goose basic sets of common clothes. Thanks you.
Okay, well, yeah, there goes the 3 pieces of parchment paper I have. Bye bye.
You're gonna take. Just try not to use all of them at once. I'm going to start scrolling like from the entrance and marking down whatever I've explored thus far, and I'm going to keep the pen and paper in hand as I continue to explore through these sewers.
Okay. So, as you do so and you begin mapping it out, let's see. You only have a limited time and you'd be running out of time on this one. So, let's say that you're able to go down 2 separate paths. The first path that you decide to go down, which is a little ways in, actually leads the Arcane Eye out to a bit of an underpathway to one of the main city streets. You can actually see and not hear the many forms of skeletons marching along the streets. But as it peers up through the grating, you can actually see a couple of broken down and now empty businesses, some residences. You seem to be on one of the main streets of the city.
Okay.
So that's one path that you have discovered that you can, mark. On your way up one of the other paths, your arcane eye comes up against what appears to be the private, like, you can basically see this pipeline that comes down. It's a relatively large one, and a ladder that leads upwards. You can see... Oh, what's up?
I just said okay.
Okay, so the ladder up at the top is weirdly busted. As in, there is not, or the ladder itself isn't busted, but the hatch above the ladder has been broken.
Is there a gap?
Yep.
Okay. Then, so at this point, like once I'm here, how much time about do I have left?
We'll say that you
How much
maybe have a
space
couple
exactly am I
minutes
covered?
left. We'll
I'm
say you
assuming, is
have a
there, like,
couple minutes
Is there
left.
a map for the like? Do you have a battle map for this place? Because I'm assuming so.
No,
If there's real
I
Yet, or just going?
forgot.
Okay. Well, because I was gonna ask, because I was gonna say maybe like the easiest way to do this would just be like have whatever I see here be revealed on a battle map, but
But that
I'll
would be
make
one
markers to
big ass
remind you
fucking...
later.
That would be one big ass battle map. Yes, FYI. Like, the city
Oh, well.
the city is miles wide.
Okay, so then do you just want me to mark down like
That you found 2
locations
separate
we've
pathways.
found?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then I'll use whatever time I have left at this point to fly up through the busted hatch.
Okay. So, flying your way up through the busted hatch, you find yourself in what must have been originally the home of someone wealthy. It likely, and you're not entirely sure until you make your way over to one of the windows and you can confirm, you appear to be in the wealthier side of town, closer to the central and northern part of the city. you can see the gigantic central building towering ahead, but this building has been completely ransacked. It looks like, similar to the other buildings around it, absolutely picked clean. There are still bits and pieces of maybe old tapestries and paintings, but almost all of the finery or other useful objects has been just stripped from this home.
Okay. And then, I mean, I guess after doing a quick look around the home, I'll try and head back into the sewers and go as far as I can on this run of it.
We'll say that just as you're finishing your excursion into this particular pathway, your arcane eye is going to run out. That'll be the full hour.
Okay. And before I can do one more before I'm going to start feeling like a scum lord, because I have 2 4th level spell slots. So I can potentially use another one and go try to investigate a different path. Because I feel like it would be ideal if we could find something that went like either right next to or even right up into the central building.
I'll tell you
So,
what, if you want to try specifically to find the central building, I will have you make me a survival check.
alright, I don't think my survival's that good, but worth a shot.
So you want to make one more cast and send it out
Yeah,
again.
I'm gonna cast it one more time, and oh god, yeah, survival's only +2.
But depending on this roll, we'll see what you do.
Let me double check. Is there anything? Well, I could use Flash of Genius if it's not too bad. Let me double check. Is there any other thing I have that could help?
Yes, you can use the touch the anime glasses ability.
No, the only thing I have I think that would affect it would be if it was a damaging spell, which obviously it's not.
Yark the Speaker's favorite ability as an artificer, because he's an idiot.
Okay, I believe so. It'll just be +4. Okay, so 1d20 +2. Come on. I'm gonna add a 4 to that.
So
Make it 13 if it makes any difference.
I could have never mind.
So
Because
we're going
my-
to say,
yeah.
yes, we're going to say that if you're going to add your Flash of Genius to it,
Yep.
it still won't be enough to navigate the sewers to locate the exact central building. And you spend a good time wandering passageways, and your arcane eye becomes a bit lost, and so you retreat your way back to the main central hallway. And we'll let you find one other area. You can either make another attempt, which if it succeeds, you might find what you need, but if it fails, it will just be wasted time like the last one.
So, okay, Doug, did you say there was something that you were gonna do?
So I am an urchin of the city. So I know a lot of the city secrets. So, and I would know in and outs of the city as well.
Does that apply to any city though, or just like your home city?
This is my home
wait.
city.
That is his home city.
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. Okay. Well, then would he be able to like give me any pointers to potentially give me advantage?
He can't see where you are, and so it would be very difficult. But what I will do is I will give you. I know. I will give you advantage on the check if he wants to sit there and help you.
Yeah. And the other thing I was thinking I could also do, I am able to get into mines as well. So I could just see what you're seeing and get pointers, I guess.
So are you going to cast a specific spell for that?
What was it again? Because I've been doing it for we've been doing for all the interrogations. What was the spell again?
Are you thinking detect thoughts?
Was it detect thoughts that we've been using for me to delve into people's minds?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've been using that.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. If you want to cast a detect thoughts, which it's only 1 minute. That's the thing.
So I would have to. So she would have to tell me whenever she's like, I guess, deep in there.
Well, yeah, at this point she would already be pretty deep in there, and she's running out of time. So what I
I
will
think you
do,
already
what I will do
technically
is,
already said you were going to give me advantage, but
so yes,
I guess you could.
if
Yeah,
if you
we'll
want to
go
cast
with advantage.
detect, if
Yeah.
you want to cast detect thoughts, Kunj, I will not only let Selira make the roll with advantage, but I will allow her to add proficiency to the survival
Okay.
check.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me see what that'll come out to real quick.
Let me just do my detect thoughts real
Oh, wait, no,
quick.
because it
The
would
second
be
level.
lose my prefer. Okay, yeah, it would be +5. So that would come out to okay. So that would come out to a +7. Okay.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Oh
Well,
boy.
the
Oh.
advantage,
And
the
that's all
proficiency
we
did
do
me
it.
no, the proficiency did me no favors, but the fucking advantage certainly did.
I actually am gonna. Okay. So, with the incredible guidance of Kunj, running you through the sewers of the city that he knows so well, you are able to easily find the path that would lead you directly underneath the main council building. But it's not just that, Kunj. As you're giving these very pinpoint directions, there is a little bit of a moment where Selira is maybe taking some time to direct the eye in a different direction post the find. And you find a second passageway.
Oh.
And just as your arcane eye is running out, you go for a little ways. This passageway suddenly angles at an incline down directly, deep down towards the earth. And there's no water flowing in that direction.
Huh.
That's really weird.
Let's see.
Don't like that. Nope.
Eye,
Oh, look!
green.
It's the abyss.
It's
I
actually
wonder if there are
closer.
4 kings down there.
It's actually about halfway in between, you reckon, based on your map, halfway in between the central plaza, or the central building, and the rich neighborhood.
And rich district.
And then your
So-
arcane eye, in a little feat, cracks, fizzles,
Yeah.
and then explodes into fetid powder that flows and falls onto the floor.
Okay.
There's a
We
Incredible
found
critical.
where Manus is.
straight down. No water flows here. Okay, so sewer locations. A tunnel that leads out onto the main street. A ladder that leads up into a building in the center north section of the city that appeared to have belonged to a wealthy person. Path that leads directly underneath the main council building, which even if there's no direct entrance, we could theoretically. I mean, it would be. I was gonna say we could dimension door up, but that might be dangerous. And then halfway between the
yes,
central
I'm
building and the rich
sorry.
district, there's a tunnel that angles straight down that has no water flowing through it.
Yes, there is an actual hatch up to the central building, but
Oh,
it is closed.
Okay, and how big do these sewer tunnels seem to be?
The tunnels themselves are probably
Like, are they
15 feet, or the main one is about 20 feet in diameter with 10 feet of water flow. The smaller ones are 15 feet, or 10 feet with 5 foot of water flow. So basically, there's one side that has a walking path.
feet?
Very
And
tight
this
quarters.
This one that goes deep down. 20 feet is not very tight.
No, 20 feet for the main, 10 feet for the regular, like the smaller tunnels, with only 5 feet of foot space.
Okay, so is this the one that goes straight down? Is that one of the 10 feet ones?
No, it's its own 5 foot corridor, branching off of one of the sewer tunnels.
Okay, because I was initially thinking that maybe if it was big enough, I could get down there relatively safe. Well, you could always have Jammerman cast fly.
Send him into the sewers.
I'm sorry. Well, because I was gonna say I could potentially get down there safely, by just sort of like not gliding, but breaking the fall. But if it's like super small, I don't think if there's like no room to actually spread out wings, it's kind of. I mean, I guess. I mean, well, once we get there, I could potentially send an arcane eye straight down just to see what's down there, but I don't have any more casts now, and it is midnight for me, 10 for you, so we should probably
Yep,
be
I
calling
think
it
it's a
here.
good time
Yep.
for us to end the stream.
Yeah,
So
we are ending on that 20.
So, yes, thanks to everybody for joining in. Thank you guys for, of course, playing. I, of course, had a blast tonight.
It's
and
10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
we'll either pick this up again next Wednesday, or Cameron will do Fallout, I guess, if he's ready. So we'll discuss that at a later point.
And Starfield might put a wrench in that. Who knows? Probably not.
We'll see everybody next time.
I won't coin either way. See ya.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.